used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Art, book, 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 art.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your pose is tight though. Make sure your lighting's right yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Yeah. Shudder. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about me. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A. been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga built Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spending. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wire, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunning. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art, 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 book art.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise, cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders, I collect them all. Gotta make sure your posing's tight though. Make sure your lighting's right, yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about me. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga built Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spending. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wire, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunned. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
No head.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside this gentle world. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out of every scene. It's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. This is episode 181. I'm your host, Boog Nice. Got my boys with me, Rick, Dom, Fabster, and Pan Cheesy, and we back in full effect. How you fellas doing this evening?
I'm feeling pretty good. How about you?
Feeling better, man?
Maybe. I'm
You
feeling.
didn't step into the light, so it's all good.
Yeah. Definitely feeling different than last week for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, last week I let everybody know that I contracted COVID. Unfortunately, sucked. And then the gifts the gifts keep on coming because this week I got pneumonia.
Oh no, that's crazy.
That's where I am right now.
So your lungs are on fire.
Yes, they're on fire and they're underwater at the same time. It's unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, it's insane. Got an oil spill on your lungs right now.
So,
man, the dedication to the show. We love you, man.
oh, thank you. Of course.
Yeah. Rick, how about you? How was your week this past week, sir?
Man, it's been all right. It's been strangely cold here in California, so that fucking is wild. But it's been all right. A little disappointing. I'll talk about it in pickups. But life itself, it's been all right. I can't complain.
That's good. Fabio, what's going on with you? Yeah, here you're going skiing with somebody in the Alps, huh?
I don't think Fabio's got his audio together yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he was sounding like Barry trapped in the
Speed Force.
in the Speed Force earlier when he was on.
Oh no.
Barry, you have to save Martha. I was like, oh shit.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Fabio is incommunicado, but it's okay. No big deal. What did you get into this week, Boog?
Nothing really crazy. It wasn't, nothing really super eventful happened. It was a good week. Got through the week. It was a quick week. We were off Monday. Well, I guess I kind of took off because I wasn't actually supposed to be off. I just didn't show up to work. So.
Yeah, that's how I felt like this whole month, man. Like, because usually I am almost certainly the first guy to show up and the last guy to leave in my shop. So like it's felt so strange the last couple of weeks just not even go in. Like there's like some pressing stuff to take care of in terms of work and big picture stuff. But if there was a situation where I didn't have to come in, my boss was just all like, "Hey, come in if you can, but most importantly, if you're not feeling up to it, just stay home. You don't even call. Like, I'm just gonna assume you're not gonna show up for like the next 2 weeks." So, so it's been really strange. Just like I'll wake up at like I don't know. Usually I'll try and get to work by like 7 or something, and I'll wake up at like 7:30, and like in a cold sweat. Like, what am I doing?
Oh no.
So yeah, that's a very strange sensation for sure.
Yeah, the phantom have to leave. I don't even know how you would categorize that.
Yeah, it's like it's a situation where you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, I missed the bus, but it's Saturday and I'm 30 years old.
Yeah. Wait, so hold on. Becca was sick this whole time too, then, right?
So yeah, she contracted COVID first by just some rogue old lady at work. She works in a bakery, so like she switched shifts with somebody, and because of that, she ended up working a day that she usually never works, which is like senior day or something, like something crazy where like all the seniors come out, do all the shopping or whatever. So she was talking to me about like how it was like kind of strange dealing with like these older people and how like aggressive they are and like how they care about, they don't care about personal space or 6 feet or anything. So she ended up contracting COVID, and then this was like a Friday or something, and I was like, all right, well, there's absolutely no way I'm not gonna get it. And then yeah, I got back from work on like Friday, like at 5 or something, and by 8 I knew I had it. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's so funny because the studies like say different, but I'm telling you, man, everyone I know that got COVID felt it within 24 hours, and
Yeah.
sometimes like within a few hours. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. Becca definitely that definitely happened to Becca. She's very fortunate because she got it. She got her symptoms. She was sick. She had the chills. She was achy for like 3 days, and then that's it. Then she was like, "All right, tight. I guess I'm over it now." I just got like the the worst end of it at all times. It sucked.
Wow. So she's been back to work already while you were
Yeah.
just there dying, basically.
Yeah, she has just been she's just been
Oh no.
just normal. Yeah, she is a total tank, bro. It's fucking
Oh,
crazy.
tank.
I have no other way to describe it, but yeah, my wife is an extremely strong woman, mentally and physically. Apparently now, just straight crushed COVID. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, what the fuck?
We can only dream. We can only dream of being as strong as your wife.
True. Star-Lord 15
that's-
says old people are the worst with COVID. The worst. They don't even care. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm out here doing this shit for you, dude. I'm like wearing these masks and shit.
Right,
getting
right.
stuck. I'm doing this for you, man. Like,
Yeah. Like, you hear me, Mama June? I'm trying to save you.
It's
Fucking
very funny.
Honey Boo Boo's mom.
I encountered a older lady at my job this week too, who was like in the office. You know, they've been like faking or like about to jump into the jump rope for a while as far as like opening back up fully.
Mhm.
And so it's been like a lot of people that are not traditionally from my office or whatever that have been visiting or whatever. And this old lady was there this week. She had to be like in her late 60s. She must have been with IBM like since she got out of high school or some shit. I don't know. But she had a brand new iPhone 13 and a brand new Mac too. And I guess she had like left her charger the day before. And she called me and was asking, if I could try to locate it for her or whatever. And then she came back into the office the next day. And she was just like acting like COVID was not a thing, like talking to me mad close. Like, just like,
No.
I'm like, lady, what are you doing? She was a really nice lady, but she was definitely not worried about any type of COVID, anything. So yeah.
That's wild, man. That's crazy.
But yeah, all right. So we had a pretty robust week of reveals and exciting news, and we do have a topic list that is light but actually heavy at the same time because it's a lot of stuff for each particular company.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with Hasbro. We're gonna move into Mezco whenever Fabio gets up to speed, or if not, then this is gonna turn into the #1 Mezco podcast, where we're gonna treat it the exact same way we treat Star Wars without our resident Mezco fan here.
We're gonna be dunking on Mr. Mez the whole time. Fabio's gonna be on the other side. But liquor, the prices have never been lower.
My family built this country.
By the way.
Then we're gonna round off with Mofex. There's some SHF news, and then there's a couple of things in miscellaneous too. And then we're gonna get out of here. I guess we'll talk about some other shit, of course, as always. But yeah, man. the entirety of this week is a fever dream to me. I have no idea what's real, what I dreamt was revealed, or what I may have just imagined straight up. So apparently it was a huge G.I. Joe week. You wanna take us away on that, Boog? Tell us about that. Really not.
Sorry, my bad. I was chewing. I didn't know you wanted to start with GI Joe.
Oh, well, we can start somewhere else if you want to do something too. I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, I guess we could start with Legends, being that their thing was Monday.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! Yeah. Okay.
Don't have Fabio.
Oh, let me try and screen share too. Right. Let's start. Well, go ahead and Go ahead and set the stage. Let's go.
All right. So this past Monday was Hasbro's Fan First Monday, 2/21/22. This was their first Fan First of the year, and everybody expected a lot of reveals. They weren't a lot, and and I guess I kind of pulled a Todd the past week because I did have some inside information as to the what was going to be announced for the Avengers Wave, and that information was spot on because everything that I had talked about, I guess the day before, 2 days before, they did unveil in the Avengers Wave. But they did have a few things that were surprises, I guess, kind of, not really, but let me see. I'm waiting on you, P.
I'm just looking for it right now.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, fuck it is. Okay, cool.
Is there something up? Because I can't see anything.
Nothing as of yet. I'm gonna try and screen share too. Okay.
That was a wild
There we
go. All right. So yeah, I think they led out with I think they talked about the Spider-Man. This is the 60th anniversary, yes, of Spider-Man. So they didn't show us anything, but they did say that they knew that everybody was anticipating figures from the No Way Home movie. Wait, is it No Way Home? Yeah, No Way Home movie. Yeah. And that they would show those things soon. So, I mean, we know for certain now we're going to at least get each Spider-Man from the movie, but that they would check back in with us at a later date. But they just wanted to let us know that they know that it's the 60th year anniversary of Spider-Man, and there's going to be a lot of Spider-Man stuff to offer up this year. Then they told us that we were going to get a single carded Rhino on a retro card, which we kind of knew was going to be coming. I was kind of hinting at this for a while. There was rumblings of this for a while. They did update his deco a bit and gave us a couple of new head sculpts as well as some open hands too. So it's not going to be the greatest thing for you to kind of like swap the heads and hands from the old Build-A-Figure if you have it. Maybe just the heads, because again the deco's a little different. But this is an opportunity for anybody who never got that first Build-A-Figure to have a Rhino with a couple of different face sculpts and the open hands as well as the fists. So this looks pretty good. I know a lot of people were hoping that they would give us a kind of like a brand new Buck, maybe make them a little larger. You know, on this particular Buck, the legs are a little bit on the stumpy side, but it's still a pretty good Rhino figure. I do like these new head sculpts, but I could see a lot of people maybe mixing and matching and maybe taking to some paint taken to the older version with some paint or the newer one with some paint and kind of make it a matchup so you can swap the parts a little easier. It looks like the deco here is a little bit lighter than the original version. So that was that 60th anniversary Spider-Man, as well as the single carded, retro carded Rhino, which actually went up for pre-order the next day, if I'm not mistaken. You can still pre-order this on Big Bad Toy Store. It may still be available on Hasbro Pulse. Not 100% sure on that, but that was that.
Yeah, this is like the only item that went on pre-order, I think, besides Blue Marvel, that sold out really fast on Amazon. Everything else, I think, is still up.
Yeah, it was about $1 cheaper on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
So you guys know that there was a price increase that is in effect and that is real. So Marvel Legends are now $25 each, and there is no option to just buy the full wave together for a discounted price. You literally spending $25 per figure, and if you want all of the figures to complete the build a figure, then you got to get at least 6 figures at $25 a pop. It's kind of wild. So I don't know how that's going over. I see a lot of people saying that they're going to be a little more, choosy as far as the things that they buy, and really only buy the characters and stuff that they really want, or really only get the full wave if they really care about the build a figure. Obviously, in this instance, it's a single card, retro card, so it's a good way for you to actually technically get a build a figure in one shot for about half the price that it would cost for you to buy a full wave to get this build a figure or to get the old one on a secondary. So this actually makes sense and works out economically, I think. For most people, this particular release. So, what else did they show? What's next?
They showed off. I don't even know why. I don't know who any of these cats are. Why am I stepping up to play with them?
Yes. Okay, so they showed off the Future Foundation Spider-Man here. This is the outfit that nobody wanted, but somebody actually reminded me that this was actually a Marvel Universe figure back in the day, though. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, they're continuing
I found all my Marvel Universe stuff the other week, actually.
Oh yeah, you still have everything?
Yeah, I got quite a few things. Because I remember when I first started getting back into figures and Legends and stuff. It was around, what wave was that? The first Guardians of the Galaxy wave was when I started getting back into Legends and stuff. And the only local place was just where I could buy figures was like a secondhand store. And all they had were Ultimate. Like all they had were the 3 3/4 inch figures. And I was like, all right, okay. I guess I'll mess with these. So I have, like, out of pure, like, just dumb luck, quite a robust 3 3/4 collection. And I was going through a bunch of them, and I was like, oh fuck, I have an Iron Man in this scale. I was like, this is wild. And then, like, I just kept on going through it, and I just kept on finding more and more Spider-Man variants. And I was like, okay, all right, that makes sense.
You're saying there's going to be a lot of eBay listings coming up.
Basically.
I guess so, yeah.
I think this Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe line was packed in with another figure, though. I think it was part of a 2-pack, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The person that showed me this showed me a picture. I can't remember who was packed in with them, though. But yeah, this is technically a first-time suit in the life of the Marvel Legends line. I mean, it's Future Foundation, but it's the stealth suit, basically. I'm sure most people wanted the all white suit because we haven't had that.
Especially because the first one's release is on a terrible mold.
Yes, for sure. This is not the superposable Spider-Man, though. I think this is the I don't know what it is. He's got butterfly joints. So
That's $20.99.
is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So it's not terrible, but it's probably not what people actually wanted as far as the costume or the buck. But hey, it's coming. So there was that. And what was next?
There's Thor. Thor guy, right? Thor man.
Is it?
Oramus?
Man.
I think so.
Oramus? Odin, son of Miss?
They talked about what if. We did get a wave one of what if figures from that first season of What If, and we also got the deluxe box set Hydra Stomper, which I actually just opened like yesterday or the day before yesterday. And it's a very chunky, really nice figure that looks really good alongside Captain Carter. But yeah, they told us that we would be getting a second wave of What If figures, and then they went ahead and showed us the builder figure for that wave. We don't know what the individual figures are yet. We can guess. I mean, I would assume that they would complete the team that went up against Ultron and that at the end of that first season. So I would assume that we're going to get Hawkeye and Black Widow. But yeah, they showed Ultron.
They sure did.
And I guess we're going to hear more about what individual figures will be in the wave soon. So I guess the first wave had 7 figures, wasn't it? Yeah, 7 figures, and then a deluxe figure on the side. So maybe they'll follow that same model. I guess we could expect 7 figures in a wave to complete Ultron, and then maybe some deluxe figure on the side. We got a picture of Ultron.
Hopefully.
Big Daddy Ultron.
There you go.
There we go. So there's Ultron with the, I would assume that's a plastic cape. So Fabio wouldn't be happy about that. But looks pretty good. He looks okay.
Skipped leg day many times.
Yeah.
Many times. So yeah, there's Ultron, and then they showed us Storm from the VHS packaging set that they've been putting together. This is the newest and latest X-Men offering from that collectible set that a lot of people will want to probably keep on card. I do not really like the way these things look like that, but I did go ahead and pre-order Storm though. Anyway, Dwight was making it a point to kind of out this great hair sculpt. It's kind of that big sort of late 80s, early 90s hair. So that looks good. It's going to be nice to have the full team on the shelf at some point. But yeah, Storm went up for pre-order the next day as well. And maybe they had one more sort of like single thing, or did they get into the wave after this? I forgot. Yeah, I think that I'm thinking that this is going to be the way that they release Morph, which is kind of going to be whack, in my opinion, because I don't know. A lot of people have been really clamoring for Morph and wanting a Morph figure, but to have a cell shaded Morph, I don't know that people are going to really be excited about that. But I do feel like he's going to be one of the surprises here for this. And then they talked about, the 20th anniversary Marvel Legends. These are the ones that we know that we're getting already. And Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man. I actually got Iron Man last week or the week before. And then they said, yes, we're going to have Toad soon at some point. But they didn't really give us more information than that. But we can expect Toad because this particular series is mirroring the very first Marvel Legends wave that we ever received. Again, we're celebrating 20 years of Marvel Legends here, which is pretty fucking phenomenal, actually. It's pretty remarkable. But yeah, I'm starting to see Captain America show up in a lot of places, as well as Iron Man. I don't see too many people with Hulk yet, but this Captain America looks stunning. Saw a picture in the group yesterday or the day before that looked very, very good. Like I said,
It's kind of crazy because they showed us the tease to Toad like months ago. Kind of sucks that we didn't see it like at least like a render of it. You know, would have been nice because they teased and they showed his collar like a few months back. So it's kind of like, like show this off. You didn't even give us like a gray render of Toad. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Fabio's
Yeah.
fighting those pop-ups.
Yeah, then they started getting into the Avengers Wave, which again, most people knew all of the characters for this wave. The day before, which was the 20th, they stuck to the script, and they, they promised some type of reveal or some type of information on the 20th of every month this year. So even though the 20th was a Sunday this month, they still actually dropped the this actual image for Blue Marvel, and then the next day during the stream, they actually showed us the figure. So again, we knew that Blue Marvel was going to be part of this Avengers wave. Now there is some controversy or some apprehension with this figure. It's not 100% accurate to the comic, although I'm pretty happy that they went with the modern costume. A lot of people still wanted his kind of like caped look or his his classic original look or something like that. I'm pretty happy that they went with the modern outfit because that tells me that they may actually be trying to complete that Ultimates team, which is something I've been advocating for a long time. But in the in the artwork here, you can see that he's got the like the sort of like Reed Richards kind of gray hair on the sides. What do you call that? Is that
Salt and
wingtips?
pepper.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's salt and pepper. But are those called wingtips? Is that the right thing? I don't know. But anyway, in the art here, you can see that he has the gray hair on the side, but the actual figure does not have any gray hair anywhere. Also, somebody pointed out to me that I believe that his head sculpt is the same one that they use for the shield agents that are dropping right now. The Black Shield agent is just a different sort of hair sculpt. So that's kind of whack, I guess. And then the other thing is that a lot of people are not really happy with the build. He looks a little slender, maybe. Maybe they could have went with a different buck. And I'm not 100% sure if there are butterfly joints under there. I can't really tell. With the vest, I was trying to look at the actual promo images from the solicits or whatever when it went up for pre-order. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. And then the third thing is that the actual deco is a little on the dark side. I think that blue should have been a little lighter, and it would have actually really popped a lot more. And the fourth thing, I guess, is that it's not really no real cool accessories or anything like that. You know, what you just saw in Dwight's hand, that was pretty much it. But despite all of that, I am happy that we're going to get a Blue Marvel, and he still looks okay. Also, a lot of people hit me up and were saying that they just knew that I was going to be revealing and reviewing this figure, but not quite. I am maybe going to have an opportunity to do something soon, but this particular this was not my time. In fact, they actually did have two influencers in the community reveal and review a couple of figures from this wave. We'll get to that in 1 second. But yeah, that was Blue Marvel. Still a great reveal for the 20th, I guess. And it's Black History Month. It's Black character. I'm all for that. So Blue Marvel will be a part of this wave. And then who else did we have? Who they showed next? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is with Hasbro. They always seem to like one thing wrong with the deco. I don't know how they don't just go directly to the source material and just like, just Give us exactly the look from the comic books. That's all you got to do. But anyway, there was Iron Man here. We knew that there would be an Iron Man in this wave. There was speculation as to what particular armor it would be. I was hoping for an extremist armor, but they went with something that's kind of modern and new. This is the Mark 70 Iron Man, which is kind of what he's rocking right now in the comic books, I believe. At least he had this through the King in Black and some other storylines or whatever. I believe this is his most current armor. And like I mentioned a little while ago, they actually gave this one to E. Rivera 94. So shout out to E. Rivera 94, friend of the show. And, you know, he's a big Iron Man fan, so that worked out for him.
And, you know, we're not even noting the fact that these companies are just, they're apples and oranges at this point. Mattel is out here, or I guess not Mattel, but whoever the license holders are out here flagging people, and E. Rivera gets all these early figures, and they're giving him figures even earlier themselves now. It's fantastic.
What do you mean? Oh, the thing with Mattel. I got you. Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause,
You know, you know, he gets figures early from other sources and reviews them early, and you know, the other companies weren't as nice about people doing that.
right.
Shout out to Eve getting something early.
So yeah, this was definitely cool. If you haven't checked out his review, then go and check that out after you're done with us here. And yeah, I see kind of mixed reviews about this from the people that don't have it in hand. I guess I don't. I think the sculpt looks really good and somewhat accurate to the comic book, but the head sculpt kind of throws it off. I think they got something wrong with the eyes and the like mouth area. It looks kind of odd.
Looks like he has an underbite.
Something's a little off there. But I do like the overall sculpt, and I do like that they actually went with a modern armor that actually is going to match up with another character that we'll see shortly here in this wave. So yeah, that was Iron Man. And what else they had?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, we close now.
Hold on, I'll screen share real quick.
Was Fabio sharing that this whole time? I didn't even realize
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I realized.
Let me try and figure something out. Dang.
So yeah.
Fabio really said bye. Here, he's back.
All right.
But he might not. He might not.
Yeah, let us know if you can screen share Fabio. It's all good. I guess P could figure it out. I guess you're still doing your hair and makeup for Mezco. So yeah, who we have so far? Blue Marvel, Iron Man. What else?
Okay.
Okay.
I started screen sharing. Can you see that or no?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so this is these are the dudes. I don't
Okay.
have no idea who any of these fellas are, but let's go.
Yeah, I don't remember the order. But yeah, you could put that full shot back up, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
It makes it easier,
order.
anyways.
Yeah, it makes it easy. So I think the next one that they showed was Madam Hydra. Maybe I'm not 100% sure on that, but yes, Madam Hydra. We haven't had her for a while. I do kind of like this head sculpt, but again, they screwed up. They gave us an old body sculpt instead of just going ahead and giving us the new female buck that they introduced on Shriek. I don't know how they kind of screwed that up. I do like the holsters and stuff that they showed on her. And again, I do think the head sculpt looks pretty good, but I don't know why they went with this older body sculpt for Madam Hydra.
Boog, what are you talking about? He explained it, and it's the worst excuse you could ever think of.
What did he say?
Dwight, I believe it was Dwight, was like, oh man, we went with this buck because if we went with the double joints, we wouldn't be able to do the full arm like that, the paint. Like, bro, so many things are inaccurate in this wave. Who cares? Nobody would give a shit if the gloves stopped at the elbows if it meant that we got double jointed elbows. No one would care.
I really don't like this. Really don't like this buck, but I do like that they made it where you could at least give her some interchangeable hands, and she's not going to have the trigger finger hands the whole entire time. It's a kind of wild look too for the head sculpt. While the hair and stuff looks pretty good, she looks like she just saw a fucking ghost or something like that. So I don't know what's up with that. But again, I do like the double holsters, and I mean, it's better than the original one that we got, but not by far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still like,
Yeah, but
bro.
body wise, it's really not that different.
Yeah, you
I
know.
mean, head sculpt is
So,
obviously way better. Those original head sculpts look really weird. She looked like a madam,
mhm,
and not in like a good way. She looked like an old woman
for
in the
sure.
old one.
Hmm.
But this one, yeah, I'll give it to him. Head sculpt is better. But man, that body, like, it's a shame how old that figure is. What was it, like third or fourth wave? And this is not much of an
I
upgrade.
think the last one that we had was like, yeah, like literally in the, well, not the Return of Marvel Legends. It was the Epic Heroes time, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. So that's
yeah,
not too far after that, but it's pretty far back though.
yeah. It's rough for it to have been that long ago and this be so similar. Besides the face to it, like, man,
Yeah,
that's rough.
that's disappointing for sure. So yeah, Madam Hydra, she is packed in with the Build-A-Figure part. I forgot to mention that Iron Man does not have a Build-A-Figure part. So if you are really on a budget and not really, messing with that particular armor, that is one that you could pass up on if you are really interested in completing this Build-A-Figure. But yeah, Madam Hydra. Who else we got? And then we also saw Speedball, which was another character that they let an influencer get early and review. So shout out to Toy Bro. He was able to review Speedball. I didn't watch the review yet, but I did see his pictures on Instagram. And while I'm not really happy with the deco of this character, he did look a lot better when I saw him in the pictures or whatever, especially the way the goggles look. They look really cool. But again, I'm not really happy with this particular body sculpt. I'm happy that it's really articulated. It's a good articulated buck, but I don't know that I don't know that I really wanted this for Speedball. And again, his colors look a little muted. I think that blue should be a little more vibrant, as should the colors on his like gloves and boots and stuff too. I'm not sure what source material they were um, looking at to do the deco for this guy. I did find the old Marvel cards picture of the New Warriors team, where the deco looked very similar to this too. And you know that Ryan's like a big fan of the Marvel cards and stuff like that. So maybe that's where they got the maybe that was the source material for this. But I don't know. I'm not really happy with the colorway like that. The other thing is that he has absolutely no accessories to kind of show off his power set. Again, we in the $25 price range now, so he's in a box with a whole bunch of space in that box.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nothing there.
Yeah, at least he should have come with the open palms. Like,
Right.
he's almost always has his hands open,
Sure.
for the power display.
For
So
sure.
it really sucks that he doesn't come with that. Like, at least that. Like, okay, no effect, fine, I get it, but at least give us the open palms. Like, this is rough.
Yeah, I saw some people saying that his hair color should have been a little lighter, as well. Again, just some
Yeah,
very odd deco choices here. I'm not sure what they were doing.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I was gonna say that his hair color is almost identical to like his hands and like that mask on his face.
Mhm.
His hair is supposed to be like a really bright blonde so that it doesn't mix with like that orangey yellow goldish of his gloves and his face mask.
So yeah, man, I'm not. I'm happy that we're getting close to completing that sort of classic New Warriors team. Um, but I hope they give us another version of his character and his penance outfit when he was actually with the Thunderbolts team that Norman Osborn was overseeing or running right before Dark Avengers. Actually, that Penance outfit would be really, really cool in figure form if they did it right. If you don't know, in the comic books, at some point, Speedball and the New Warriors were doing a reality TV show. It's sort of like Cops, but like superhero style, and they were filming them taking down criminals and stuff like that. At one point, they were chasing a group of criminals, and there was this one guy named Nitro who is able to like blow himself up and then like reform basically. And he blew himself up trying to, I guess, get away from them, trying to apprehend them. And he blew himself up by a school and killed a bunch of kids and stuff like that. And you know, America blamed the New Warriors, and it was like this whole campaign, and like that took this character down like a really dark path, and he had got arrested, and he went to prison, and then he went into like this crazy deep depression. He had like lost his powers for a while, and like it was a really interesting character arc in the comic books at that time. And then obviously the Thunderbolts team is like full of criminals that are trying to be reformed. And, you know, he was part of the Thunderbolts for a time. So that was a very interesting time in the comic books. You should go back and read Road to Civil War and read Civil War, and then some of the things that happened in Thunderbolts after that, if you're interested in all of that stuff. But yeah, Speedball. Who else?
Let's see. Next up, these fills.
Then we got another U.S. agent, which we haven't had for a while. Again, I guess that was someone. No, it wasn't really the Epic Heroes days. I think it was a little bit after that when we had the last U.S. agent. Again, the odd choice for the body. I know a lot of people just wanted him to be on the same buck as the Captain America that we are getting right now. The deco looks great. I think they did a good job with capturing his deco from the comic books for the most part. But I don't know. I'm not really happy with this scope in the comic books. He's pretty buff. You know, he's as big as Captain America, if not actually a little tougher. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking here again. And it looks like they've given us that old sort of clip mechanism with the shield still, and it's just like, come on, man, what are you guys doing here? Yeah, at the very least, this head sculpt is better than the old one, that's for sure. But this will get you close to completing West Coast Avengers team. We are very close to completing a classic West Coast Avengers. He was also, in more modern times, part of a team called Omega Flight, which was like a second version of Alpha Flight. It was a short-lived team, but yeah, it's still a pretty essential character to your Marvel Universe in 6-inch form. Again, just not really happy with the choice for the body for this guy. And then they showed us the an updated, basically an updated female Shield agent, but this is actually Quake, which is a character. I feel like she got introduced in the Secret Wars comic book, not Secret Wars 2015, but there was a little like 6-part mini in which Nick Fury put together like a covert team to like take down some people in like, I think it was in like Doom's country or something like that. But he put together a team consisting of Quake, Wolverine, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Spider-Man, and maybe like one other person or something like that. I believe that's when Quake was introduced. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's the first time that I remember. So the Quake's name is Daisy Jones or Daisy Johnson, something like that.
Johnson, yeah.
Daisy Johnson, okay. And so yeah, she has the power to like create like little earthquakes basically, but she could also like make them where they're like super focused and like literally create an earthquake in your body or like explode your heart and some shit like that. She actually did that to Wolverine in that comic book. Spoiler alert, sorry. Obviously Wolverine didn't die, but yeah. So Quake, this was a great opportunity. She's basically was a Shield agent, and she was also part of Nick Fury's kind of Secret Warriors team. Maybe we may get some more characters from that Secret Warriors team at some point, which actually had Ares' son on that team, Phobos, too. So, maybe we'll get into those kid-sized bucks at some point for Marvel Legends. But yeah, Quake has the gauntlets. You can take those gauntlets off, and you can just put the white gloves on her, and then you can swap the head, and then you can actually just have an updated Maria Hill figure as well. Or you can any other kind of like white females that we have. I guess you could swap heads on here and start putting together your little brigade of female Shield agents. So this was a solid offering in this wave. Hopefully this is the one that is 2 per case, but actually it's probably not because Iron Man doesn't have the Build-A-Figure part, so it's probably Iron Man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something at some point and give us a 2-pack like they did recently with the male Shield agents. But this is definitely a character that you want to grab, though. You definitely want to try to grab a couple of these and start building up some of your female Shield agents. And then finally, they showed us Thor, a modern Thor. This is I forget the actual name of this Thor, but he is. This is the deco and design that he had in the King in Black. This is what he was wearing when he fought Null in that storyline. And this is a lot of brand new parts and stuff here. I'm not in love with the head sculpt, but it's a very good looking figure overall.
I don't know about those elbows.
I do think this is probably going to be one of the more popular figures in the wave. He does have pretty much just some white hands, so I guess you could swap hands from other figures. Yeah, so we got Thor. That Thor does match up with the Mark 70 Iron Man for the most part. You could actually also use the new Captain America that we get in. You could use your Wolverine from the Theta Sentinel Build-A-Figure wave, as well as your Marvel Girl. All of those kind of like Avengery X-Men people were going up against Null in those particular costumes. So quite a few modern looks that you could display with in the coming months. But those are the figures for the wave that will complete the controller Build-A-Figure, which was a odd, obscure kind of choice, but it works. He is pretty much Thanos.
Yeah, basically.
As far as the buck is concerned, not really the same power set, but it does work. This is very accurate to his look in the comic book, so it does work out, and I don't think anybody saw that coming. I don't feel like this is going to be a Build-A-Figure that a lot of people are going to be interested in completing, but overall, I do think it's a pretty solid Avengers wave, probably one of their best Avengers waves. I think the Avengers waves, on the most part, are usually terrible. So yeah, there you have it. That's the controller Build-A-Figure wave, and that was pretty much it for the stream. They had one other tease, I believe, at the very end, where Ryan showed a little like beaker. So a lot of speculation as to that. Some people say it'll be a beast. I'm hoping that it'll be Bruce Banner, but clearly it'll be some type of scientific person. Some people said that it might be one of the Spider-Men.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be one of the Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah, they were in and out in like just a little over a half hour. That it took me an hour to talk about all of that shit, but they did this in a half hour basically. So kind of light, but I understand what's going on with Legends right now. They try to spread it out over a few different events, and again, they have promised to give us some type of reveal on the 20th of every month. So I would assume that on some of those months, there'll be a live stream following. So yeah, I guess they just trying to take it easy and give us a little bit at a time. I'm not too mad at that. So, but that was Marvel Legends Fan First Monday for the 21st of February. Any other Legends news? No, I think that was it. Like I said, the 2 reviews, the Iron Man and Speedball, are up on E. Rivera's and Toy Bros channels, respectively.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, and you were right about Quake. She premiered in 2004 during the Secret Wars run done by Bendis.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, Bendis did write that. Okay. It was very interesting art on that particular run. I would check it out just for the art. It was I liked it. It was different. It was interesting. I forgot who the artist was, but and it was an okay story. We saw Cage get injured really badly during that, actually. So he wasn't really he was a part of the team initially, but yeah, check it out. Okay, what we got?
Next up is, I guess, this G.I. Joe stuff. But before that, let's talk some super chats real quick before we get too far away removed from excuse me. At the top of the show, Man the Myth, Bo Biggs, hit us with $20. Thank you so much, man.
Biggs.
Followed up by Mad Cropsy.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Boog?
No, I was saying thank you.
Oh, okay. Matt Cropsy followed with $5. He said, "What's up, guys? This is definitely a G.I. Joe week for sure." Kevin Johnson hit us with $4.99. Peace and props to the squad as always. Hell yeah, yo Joe, let's go. And then Tachyon Transmitter hit us with 5 as well. He said, "Hey guys, Fabio aside, he doesn't buy him anyway. Do you think Legends will ever do some cloth capes? I'd really prefer it. I think some others might too." Good question. I feel like it wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibilities. But would a cloth cape make me go, wow, yeah, I'm buying this now? I don't think so. Probably not.
on what? I didn't hear.
You said on Legends, period. Do you ever think Legends will do cloth capes?
I mean, I don't know. Dwight has expressed many a times that he's not a fan of that shit. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't that guy come from G.I. Joe originally? They're all about the cloth over there. Come on.
Maybe that's why he left.
Could be.
Man, yeah. Maybe, you know what?
Straw.
Maybe he just saw the cloth on some of these Snake Eyes figures and he's like, I'm fucking out of here.
I'm out of here.
This is bogus. I hope nobody in 20 years from now makes 6-inch scale, fully clothed figures.
That probably means that he's not a fan of the Mezco shit at all.
Oh no, he probably thinks that shit is terrible, I'm sure.
Some people just really don't rock with 1/12 scale soft goods at all.
Oh yeah.
Which
Some
I mean,
people
I can
fucking hate
totally
it.
understand. Like very famously, Rock Over Mega 64 is always like, I can't do 1/12 clothing. It just looks, they look like toys. They look like cloth on toys. And I'm like, hey, would you believe it? It is.
Would you believe that that's music to Fabio's ears?
I think
honestly,
we always talk about it. Like, it is a fine line to ride for 1/12 scale clothing to look good, especially, you know, it is so easy for you to just like tiptoe over that line and go into like, you know, Migo territory. And it just looks like, you know, just big dumb clothes on people. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, that's the one thing that one of the things that Mezco actually does well. They converted a lot of people, including myself. That's like, I don't want to see a bunch of cloth clothing on 6-inch figures. They do it pretty damn well.
That's it. That's right. That's why someone consider them the kings. So
yeah.
$25 a piece. I better start including cloth clothing.
Here we go.
Oh, we hear his voice.
Here we
All right, you gonna be able to take us through Mezco?
No,
I think so. I mean, I'm on mobile right now, but my mic's like super spotty.
You
Well,
sound
we
fine.
As long as
hear
you can hear me now.
You sound pretty good right now.
All right, cool. Then we'll roll with this.
Beautiful voice is back.
Are you gonna try and screen share too, or no?
No, you're gonna have to do that
Alright,
because
that's
I'm gonna
fine.
be on my computer. I mean, like I'll follow along, but I sent you a link for
Oh, you
what
did?
to screen share. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's do Mezco. We'll come back to G.I. Joe after that.
Okay, cool.
No, we can do G.I. Joe right now. Let's do it.
Sure. Yeah.
We're here. Let's go.
Yeah, we're here. We might as well. So, I did not watch any of this. Why is there Megatron here? Oh my god.
Oh baby.
Oh, you'll find
Get
out.
ready until you see. It's actually
Okay.
really cool.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So I guess we'll just start from the jump, huh? Right here.
Yeah, go up to the top. Yeah.
What a spread. Look at these guys. Very nice. Is there anything to talk about here? Just a bunch of older figures, huh?
You can notice that's Tony right there, by the way.
Right. So for context, this is the kickoff. This is like the first actual stream in what is now this year's like 40th anniversary of G.I. Joe celebration.
Very
So this is like the first one, and then they'll have another one, later on at some point, and building up to like Joe June or whatever it's called.
Yo, Joe
So
June.
this,
Oh my
Yeah.
god, no. Yo,
Or as
June?
I
Marvel
prefer to call
Legends May?
I prefer to call it Uncle June, but nobody gets that reference.
No.
Uncle June.
But yeah, this was like a 2-hour stream. So they had like reveals, but then also like all the media partnerships and everything. So
Oh wow.
it's like everything G.I. Joe, not just the toys. But this was a good stream, honestly. They showed like new stuff, but then they also like addressed rumors for like the stuff that had leaked at Walmart a few weeks ago
Really?
for like the retro line, and confirmed all that. So overall, it was a really good stream. But yeah, let's get into the individual stuff.
This was honestly probably one of Hasbro's best streams ever across any line.
Yeah, for sure. This is I'm not even gonna pretend to know who this is.
It's Zartana, if I'm not mistaken.
Zartana?
Cortana?
Yeah. Yes. Don't get me into a territory where it looks like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure that's Zartan's. I'm pretty sure.
Here it is.
Zarana.
Zarana. There you go.
Zarana, yeah, Zarana.
Yeah, that's Zartan's.
Zarana, okay.
Zartan's sister, though. She is one of the Dreadnoughts,
Dang.
You be
What a
dreading.
if I'm
name.
not mistaken. So yeah,
she
this
is.
is our first kind of peek or dive into other members of this crew. We did get Zartan himself 2 times. We got a regular release at retail. It had kind of leaked out of nowhere at one point. Then there was the post-con exclusive version that was like the color change version. And when he came out, I did talk about the fact that I would love to see some of the other core members or whatever. And I didn't expect them to go with the female first, but yeah, this is great. I would love to have that full team.
This fellow's name is Dusty.
Dusty, yes.
Steve.
You know what? As soon as I saw this, I started thinking about Action Force and putting together like a little crew to kind of go along with this guy. But I had this guy as a kid, though. But yeah, Dusty is it's a great kind of just straight up kind of army,
Army
look.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
Real-
the
Real
whole
Desert
shtick.
Storm.
Yeah, the whole shtick with G.I. Joe is that, they're like military people, but they just be wearing whatever the fuck they want to wear. This shit is wild. So,
Yeah, especially with Tiger Force.
right.
They've
So to
never
have
heard of
somebody
matching in their life.
to have somebody in actual straight up military gear is pretty cool. And kind of against the norm, which is wild. But yeah, Dusty here.
Crimson Guard.
Yeah, Crimson Guard, bro.
Ooh.
I wish I had more of these as a kid. I couldn't find, I think, more than like maybe 2 or 3 of these I think I had. And the ones that I did have, they had the crazy legs. They were like done.
Crazy legs, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy Legs Killer?
But yeah, another potential army builder in the line. Crimson Guard is like the elite guards of Cobra Commander, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So it's sort of similar to like the red dudes that run around with Palpatine. What are their names?
Right. Plus the twins or whatever.
Yes, right. So yeah, this is Army Builder. You know, GI Joe is all about GI Joe and Star Wars in particular. Is like, they are designed to bankrupt you, basically.
Absolutely.
So,
well, it's not so bad if it's the only thing you collect.
yeah, I guess. Then they showed one of the members of the Python Patrol, which I had as a kid too. If I remember correctly, there was like 6 main characters in Python Patrol, so I'm not sure if that's the route that they go on here. Yeah, Python Patrol. So
these are just Vipers though. These are the Army builders for.
Oh,
these
okay.
like,
Are they?
Yeah,
All right, got you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh man, they're not pushing Python. Come on.
Stupid.
That looks like a 6-inch Python, brother.
Somebody got the number to the vet. These pythons are sick.
And then this was the Viper 3-pack, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
this shit sucks. This is terrible.
Why so?
Yeah, this is $90.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah.
But
89
Rick,
bucks.
Wait.
$89.
But putting Army builders into a 3-pack is supposed to lower the overall cost. What are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened here, but it sucks because of the price, but it is a great way for you to get 2 Vipers and a Viper officer at one time, 2 times. But you need $180 for that.
So how many come in here? Just
No,
3?
sir.
Yeah, it's just 3, but I mean, technically,
I see.
It's 2 and then a officer.
An officer, right? Yeah, maybe you already have 4 or 5 Vipers already. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
You really into the shit?
It's-
But yeah, $90 is kind of steep.
It is a little rough.
These are some brand new effects though that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Listen, the GI Joe team took a lot of time and pride in the presentation of all of this shit, like showing you the figures actually posed really nicely, and a tourniquet, not a tourniquet. what do you call that? The little roundy thing that they had.
Oh, a turntable.
Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan. There we go. I said a tourniquet.
The
No,
tourniquet.
That is military, something that you would.
Yeah, that's for triage, brother.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I love the little shot of them showing them and spinning them around, and like, yeah, man, they did a really good job in putting together this whole presentation, man. I can't give them enough praise on this, but yeah, if you want a Viper officer and a couple of grunts, then yeah, that 3-pack is up for pre-order right now. I literally just saw its price today, and I was like, $90? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it doesn't even make any sense because they don't pay any licensing fees with this. So it's like there's like no reason this should be $90, man.
The effects? I don't know.
Not that many effects. This shit better make lights and sounds at that price. Those effects
Pretty
better
much.
start talking to me.
Yeah, if you scroll a few pictures forward, it shows you like the full, like the back of the box accessory spread.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's the last picture before I think this Megatron.
Right there. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you get a good amount. I mean, definitely more than you can use in any single setup, you know? So obviously meant to like go with some of the stuff you have already. But yeah, I mean, a $90 Army Builder pack is rough for sure.
Very true.
Especially because you have to have it. If you're a real fan, you have to have it. So at least 2.
I mean, think if you even only paying, if GI Joes are now $25 a pop, that's still only $75. They just tacked on another like $20 out of nowhere. Like what?
Yeah, pretty much. Seems like it at least. Maybe you're paying for convenience, not having to hunt them down 3 separate times.
They sold you the antidote for the problem they created. That's so great.
Basically.
Yeah. Ancha, spoken like a true capitalist.
And
All right, what's next?
The right terminology for the Cobra is the antidote. You know?
So the one hand they showed off this logo, followed by this, and then Megatron. What should I focus on here?
So it's Megatron, but he's a hiss tank.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that's so cool. And it actually looks good.
Yeah, actually it does. And they actually had on the presentation, they had Frank Welker come in and do a little, I am Megatron thing. So that was cool.
That's fantastic. Cool.
Wait, did they
if
show
you're into that sort of thing?
Yeah, they showed the figure and it transformed in both forms. It's pretty sick.
But it's part of like the O-ring line, so it's like a vintage figure.
And it's hella expensive.
Oh, I see.
How much is it?
This is for the three.
I don't remember, but let me look it up right now. It's pretty expensive.
It's for the 3/4 inch figures, the little O-ring line.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
It's for the vintage style 3/4 inch. So like that Baroness right there, like she barely moves. She has like 4 points of articulation.
Oof.
Maybe you could stick a more modern, like a nicer 3 3/4 inch in, but
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, this thing is $90, but
maybe
it
some
makes
of the
sense.
25th anniversary stuff or 35th, whichever one it was. I think it was the 30th anniversary they did the 3 3/4 inch line.
Yeah, this thing is $90, $89.99. But I mean, it makes sense. This Megatron isn't small and it transforms. It costs money to do the engineering, so the price makes sense. Not
and
a very entry level price, but
yeah, it's definitely for not a completist, but someone already in the brand and looking for that little bit of crossover. I mean, this is that one Megatron that I'm sure you'll display inside your regular G.I. Joe display. Oh, and I guess Baroness can sit on top too. Okay, that's kind of sick.
Whoa!
She's got a gunner seat.
Yeah.
Oh, Fabio!
Somebody call Destro.
Man, you've been taking a little too many White Claws up in the Alps, huh?
Listen, first of all, there's no way you could know that that's true.
Who told you?
This is some serious double dipping though, with the mixing the lines and stuff like that. Not the first time that they've done this, but
yeah, I mean, they've always since like Marvel Comics, they've been G.I. Joe and Transformers, given they're both Hasbro lines. There's always kind of been that crossover, but yeah. I mean,
and they've done the Starscream G.I. the Decepticon ship like a few years ago for San Diego Comic-Con. That was pretty cool. Came with a Cobra Commander that came with a 3 3/4 inch gun of Megatron. That was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah. What was that one year they did like a crossover with like all of the Hasbro properties? And I think like Visionaries was in there, or maybe like Mask, something like that was in there too.
Something crazy.
Yeah. And it was just all of them. And yeah, I think it just goes without saying G.I. Joe and Transformers kind of go together, like they just do.
Yeah, they work, it's a cartoon where two different factions are fighting each other.
Right.
One is to save the world from the organization and the other is an organization that wants to dominate the world. Like it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. And even like when they were doing the movies, it's like, okay, when are they going to cross over the Channing Tatum G.I. Joe with the Bay Formers,
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. But at this point, it makes more sense to cross them over with Fast and Furious because they're all Universal.
That his tank is fucking huge. But yeah, it looks like they're going to do that, so we'll see.
Let's do it.
Sick. This is dope. This is cool. It's fun.
It's a good Megatron, honestly.
Yeah, it's a dope one. That guy's got his hands up in the air. He's ready for it.
I know.
Oh, and then one of the photos of the two guys playing with him, they have the guy on the right is from the Transformers team, but he I think used to saying on the live stream that he used to be on the G.I. Joe team. So this is like fun to work with the GI Joe team again, even though he's like on Transformers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too at the beginning. They had Tony with them from the Marvel Legends team. What was he doing?
Right, right.
Saying something?
I think he's the designer for the GI Joe line now.
Okay. Yeah, I tuned into the stream kind of late too, so I didn't really see all of this stuff happen. This stuff happen live.
Honestly, like it's worth it just for those little moments. It's worth watching them live, or watching the whole thing, I guess.
Yep.
All right. What's next? Oh, they did an update on the HasLab. If you go back a couple slides, it's the file card for failsafe. Speaking of the O-ring line, they're doing. They did the HasLab with the Sky Striker and the O-ring figures and everything, and they updated the file card for the character that's included in that set. Failsafe is his name, apparently.
Hey, you're talking about Wayne Russell?
Yeah.
Somebody didn't know how to spell Russell with a lisp, so they just Wayne Russell?
The homie Russell. What's all this cool stuff? This is just
this is a collab with a board game they did.
Okay.
Or a board game company. Yeah, this is a whole new board game. Okay, here's the Tiger Force stuff. There we go.
Hell yeah.
These are the what if January 6th took place in the jungle is the sort of this here.
Have you ever seen the insurrection of the Congo? Because here it is.
That's good.
Oh man.
And this is Rakondo. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Stash.
Removable hat. Yeah, super dope stash, not removable.
Unfortunately.
Damn, these bodies are fucking sick, man. Like, look at this. Just look at this dude's body sculpt. It looks fire.
I'm seeing his accessory listing, and it just says compas. So I assume he just comes with some friends.
He comes with his compadre.
He comes with a couple compas.
Okay, and then man.
This is the retro carded 6-inch classified series Walmart line. So this is the one that people were finding leaked ahead of time, and they confirmed somebody just put them out before they were supposed to. These are going to be Walmart exclusive. There you go.
These are so cool, man. Like, I already have all of these. I definitely have too many fucking dumbass gung hos, but I'd feel like buying them again just to have them on that card back and sticking them on the wall.
Yeah, this is definitely for either you have them already and you want them for the card back, or you've been holding out waiting for these looks and you're going to buy two of them, one to open, one to keep on card back.
Yeah, these are cool.
These are the more cartoon accurate looks for these characters, by the way.
Not even cartoon. These are OG toy colors.
Right. Correct. Yeah. My bad.
Because they didn't go as teal as they could have, but Gung Ho was notoriously teal.
A lot of people not really. A lot of people excited about these, but they don't really want the Tiger Force versions of these characters. Is it Tiger Force? Is that what it is?
No, these are the retros. The Tiger Force. I don't know. It's kind of mixed in here.
Yeah, the way the photos are organized on here, kind of jumping all over the place.
But
we jumped from.
This is Bazooka, though, by the way. So this is a very popular character.
Oh yeah,
he's in his Al Bundy uniform.
I was gonna say he was like Uncle Rico in his old jersey.
Yeah,
I bet you I could throw this ball clear over the mountains.
Man, if Coach would have put me in third quarter, we'd have made state.
There's no doubt in my mind we would have made state. There's
no doubt in my mind.
Bazooka figure is going to be highly sought after, man.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Gonna be, he's such a fan favorite. He's going to be super hard to get.
And then this is Kamakura, which is I think Snake Eye's apprentice. Kind of from a later run, but a lot of people are happy that they're, revisiting this because it's so late and kind of a deep cut character that you would have thought it would take years to get there, but no, they're going pretty deep on these ninjas.
This would be dope just to get and repaint. Honestly, just it's like a base ninja buck, really.
Yeah.
Scratch off that tattoo he's got. paint it up. This is an easy army build, baby.
And then the reveal of the stream, of course, Dr. Mindbender and his cod piece.
Whoa.
And you must be the Monopoly guy.
Yeah, he looked good. Apparently, this is going to be some kind of faux leather soft goods cape.
Oh man, somewhere Dwight is cursing this line. Don't you see why I left Gloria?
Dr. Mindbender is the creator of the bats, by the way. So when they released the bats, I said Dr. Mindbender is probably not going to be far behind. So here we have him. He's
very jacked for a doctor.
His S&M glory. Gonna give you a purple nurple and then kill you.
Yeah, it's nice that the cloak covers up his back because he probably has all these like self-whipping scars on his back there. Flagellating himself.
He always had
this.
The ill accent in the cartoons too.
Right.
Straight up pervert accent.
Well, all bad guys are creeps.
Yeah, true. Then they showed us Stalker here, which was one of my favorites as a kid, actually. And when they were doing this whole thing and showing this whole diorama and stuff, they made it a point to mention that they set up everything practically, no wires or sticky tack or anything, and like it sounded like a speech from any one of us about A.C.B.A. or some shit. Like it was very.
Well, they tripped over the terminology a little bit more, but yeah, it did.
It was very surreal. And then this fellow was doing this whole part with the excellent black nail polish and.
Dude, what was this dude's name? He's my favorite guy in all of Hasbro. Sorry, Dwight. Sorry, Dan. Sorry. He's the coolest.
Yeah, he's my favorite dude too. Very funny.
And he's the one who I think they're saying he set up the photos, but the actual setups and everything, all of this was from what's our dude in the group? Matt Cohen.
Yeah, Matthew Cohen. I don't know if Matthew Cohen actually did the setups. Or if this dude did the setups and Matthew snapped the pictures. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
yeah, I was confused by that too.
God,
Corey is his name,
dude. God damn.
Say it again.
It is a high collar.
For real.
Oh,
first of all, it's a chamois, and it's stylish and it's badass, and it's removable.
Oh.
Yeah, but this Stalker figure looks great, man. He's got the removable beret. He's got the removable sort of scarf or whatever that is. Yeah, and this whole diorama is fucking amazing.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Corey's like micro action figure pin right there too?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Wait a minute. Before we move on too far forward, I think Poncho was referring to that man himself, Scholar.
Yes.
Not the figures, Scholar.
Oh, okay.
I was referring specifically to this photo. Hold on.
To him and his
this
fucking
right
collar.
here.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just a tour de force of fabric and starch.
Oh, I love it. With the vest and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like the most evil valet.
This guy really looks like he really is a part of some sort of evil organization. He's like finally worked his way up on camera. He's about to pull out a brainwashing gun and zap the fucking.
He's like, yeah,
He could be Dr. Mindbender's son. He could be Dr. Mindbender's son.
Good.
Scott
Very well.
Mindbender.
He worked his way up from assistant to the Mindbender to assistant to the assistant of Mindbender.
Junior Bender.
I hope he's allowed to dress like this, like all the time. Like not just he's dressing up for the streams, like the The dress code is pretty lax over in Rhode Island, is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, like somewhere, somebody from the G.I. Joe staff is listening to this, and they're like, "Oh God, if they only knew how he really dressed in the office, they'd lose their fucking minds." This isn't enough fabric, if anything. The amount of starch the starch bill for that this building receives is through the roof.
I was particularly admiring his Cthulhu ring too, because
This guy's
coming
got
off
a
the
lot
heels
rings.
of yeah, well, that's just one of them, and it was the coolest one. I was like, because it was in the shot, obviously his hands are in it during some of the posing segments, and I'm just like, oh, that's a really sick Cthulhu ring. All right, well, I mean, the diorama itself was awesome.
Shout out to Matthew Cohen, who is we talked about this on the show, who is working for Hasbro, basically doing a dream job, taking pictures of toys for Hasbro. But he's a very active member in the A.C.B.A group, has been for quite some time. And if you guys remember, some years back, he actually was working with the Gulliver's Gate people that have that like big sort of like expansive miniature world museum thing, interactive museum thing that you can go to. And
yeah.
They allowed him to go in there and play with Godzilla and Giant Man and different things and take pictures there too. So he's had a pretty interesting trajectory over the past few years. So yeah, shout out to him.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a great dio too. That's huge. I mean, that's a straight up city block right there.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And what do we got next?
The art for him inbox. Who's this guy?
I can't wait to find out.
He's either Tumax or Zammot.
The twins, baby.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
about
the twins.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the twins. I don't know which one, Tumax or Zammot. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Tomax and Zaymot, I think.
Yeah, Tomax and Zammot. There we go.
They have a last name?
I don't know which is which. It's like when you ask me who's Mary Kate and who's Ashley. I don't fucking know.
It's like trying to determine, Saddam Hussein's body doubles. There's Scar and there's no Scar.
Exactly. Talk to these dudes, man.
I am no Scar. I am no Scar. It's a very deep cut Arrested Development.
Tomax has the collar on our left side on his right shoulder. So this is Zaymot right here in this picture, if I'm not mistaken.
So last time we saw these, it was just digital renders. So this is the first time actually seeing the figures in hand, and I think they went up for pre-order later the same day.
These look great. And when I was a kid, me and my brother used to love these guys, and we would always like set up our little battles and our little wars and stuff like that. We would pretend to be these guys.
Why does that card art look like it's fucking Elvis? Yeah, Elvis is Tumax.
Oh my god.
These guys had some great voice acting on a cartoon as well.
Wait, these guys have a last name and it's Italian. These guys are Paisans?
No way. What's their last name?
Yeah, Paoli?
Paoli.
Paoli. Mama.
Paoli. Paoli, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, listen. While Cobra was a crazy, like, international organization, conglomeration of all different, like, people with different accents and shit like that, there was no black people on Cobra, was there?
Same with the Empire and Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, they were too smart to get caught up in that Ponzi scheme, man.
Oh yeah, they're from Corsica. Okay, they're Paisans. All right, there you go. I'll have them over for Sunday sauce.
Sunday gravy, baby.
For the gravy, baby. Come on.
A lot of people in the chat talking about the guns too, because they're actually giving them guns. Imagine that.
Military men with guns?
Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Somebody alert DC Comics, because they're not going to believe this.
Oh, we'll get to that. Don't you worry.
Oh, baby. Yeah, this is fire. These are dope. Definitely need them. Damn, they both look like Elvis. What the fuck? What's going on? they somebody designed these at the Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, no.
I think.
And for the record, those are $25 each. They're not in a 2-pack, so you got to buy each one separately.
Damn, they raised these to $25 too?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? They don't pay no license fee. What is going on?
Well, okay, real quick. Very, very small retraction. A few people in the chat are speaking up. They're saying one of the Cobra Vipers in that 3-pack is black.
Whoa, let's go.
I mean, they've done. I think Boog was talking about the old cartoon.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think he was referring to. We've gotten black Cobra Troopers before.
Actually, I did forget about that detail of the Vipers. Yeah, somebody pointed that out to me after the fact. I totally forgot about that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's
all right. These are the new. This next set is the O-ring figures. These are the Cobra Officer and regular Cobra Trooper 2-pack, which we complained about when they revealed, because it's like, well, it's an army builder pack, but you're going to end up with equal amount of officers and soldiers. And then the rest is more like media partnership stuff. There's the Vipers again. More photos of them. I'm scrolling along with you, Punch. That's it, yeah. So a bunch of the stuff that is like digital renders early on, they just were showing. No pre-order information as of yet, but the Sergeant Stalker and the Twins and the the Cobra Viper 3-pack all went for pre-order that day at 1 p.m. They also talked about the Super 7 reaction line on this stream, so that was kind of cool.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. As part of, here's all the media partnerships that we're doing, and check out Super 7 doing theirs.
Did they talk about a certain company that does it with fully clothed figures?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Come on, man.
No, but it's okay, because we will.
They're no offense to Super 7, but the Mezco ones are way nicer.
I think they've only done, how many have they put up for pre-order? I think 2 waves of the G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimates, right? The one wave that had like Duke, and then the other wave that had like I think Baroness. Yeah, that one.
And they did a few other characters. Actually, they're just not coming to mind right now.
They did Baroness too, I think, but yeah. Those I'm sure they don't want to specifically advertise against their classified line, but yeah, that's G.I. Joe, baby.
Right.
That's it,
Go
baby.
Joe.
We Joe'd out.
We have gone Joe'd.
Fully Joe'd.
It took forever.
Right, yeah, it did. It was all Hasbro, so I'm so glad I missed Marvel Legends. But
all right,
so let's get into Mezco, huh? A little Mezco Toys Fair? Okay.
A little mezzy those co's. Come on.
That's it.
We covered all of day one, right? Last week?
I think so, yeah. We talked Atticus Doom Drop, and then we casted last week at the end of day one. But just to recap, show the good people right there, the reveals. We had the Batman, we had the Creep Show, MDX Roto Plush, we had the Silent Hill 2 5-point set, and then speaking of G.I. Joe, little Snake Eyes.
Little snaky boy.
That's it. We knew he was coming. I mean, from the moment they announced the license, it was only a matter of time. Hit us with that day 2, though. Go to that young day 2 down bottom. There we go. Let's go. All right, start with the first one. Was like, okay, they didn't start hitting us with like the big things right away, but it was a render for the Silent Hill 2 Red Pyramid thing, which was the second figure in their Static 6 line, or the second statue, really. It's a 1/6 scale statue line that they've started with Conan the Cimmerian, which is out now. It's a statue line, but there's like interchangeable pieces, and like some of it is like attached with magnets, and there's a soft goods mixed media element to it, so you can like, change up the looks, even though it's still a statue or whatever. A lot of, there's a lot of love on that Conan statue. I think Bill from Dorklair did a review on it. I hoped I would win one in one of the contests, but I didn't, so I probably won't be going back and buying it. not getting into statues at this point, and I'm definitely not starting with a Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Fabio, who'd you get in the Witch Rumble Society character? Are you? Who'd you get?
Yeah, new
I
guy.
got Atticus Doom. I got the Eldritch Sorcerer.
Oh
Awesome.
man, I got fucking Vapor.
Oh, there you go. I'd buy that. I would 100% buy that. Yeah.
I got the Vapor.
That's very on brand. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Congrats, Poncho. Who did you get?
I got nobody because I did not take that quiz.
What? Man.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of busy dying.
Oh yeah. Could you imagine this guy in this deathbed like, I have to take the quiz.
Hold on, I gotta take this quiz.
Becca! Where's the iPad?
Where's the iPad? I gotta figure out which fucking cockroach I am.
I'm Cousin Eddie. Mark it down, Becca.
Well, technically, you probably would end up being Gomez because roaches survive through everything. So.
Look at you, sir.
Yeah. And may podcast no matter what seasonal illness they might have.
That's true. Very true.
But yeah, that was the red pyramid thing. Statue, super cool. Not for me.
Okay, here we go.
The second one, the big one, we knew it was coming. They teased it like a couple shows ago with just a graphic. It's Damian Wayne Robin. Come on, baby. Are you happy yet, Mezco haters?
Are you entertained?
I mean, yeah, we've had, I don't know how many, like at least 3 eras of Batman, right? Plus like the individual single Batmans on the side. And each one of those each era of Batman has like 3 or 4 variants. So, we're due a Robin or 2, and why not start with Damian, who's the latest for your Supreme Knight, and then let's work backwards and get all of our other, Sovereign and Ascending Knights, their own corresponding Robins.
Ooh.
But, yeah, I mean, I'd like this. If this is the beginning of them just doing Robins in general, it makes sense for them to start with Damian as far as addressing the complaints that Mez had about Robin in general, as far as like, why would we, go combat crime in the middle of the night in an all-black tactical suit, and then have our child soldier companion dressed in primary colors to complement that.
Even though Spider-Man is a teenager as well, and he fights crime, but nobody says boo to that.
Well, that's Spider-Man. This is Batman. It's different.
It's true, and it's his son. So
yeah, it
basically
is.
Tells him whatever to do.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
Spider-Man is doing this all alone, but fucking Robin over here has got a trillionaire daddy going along with him at night. He's got somebody fucking holding his hand, and his grandfather.
That's true.
Is one of the greatest assassins of all time and taught him how to fight. Could you imagine Peter having a father, a grandfather? He can't.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, I think this is cool. I mean, you can it's obviously a render, just still kind of a, proof of concept, not necessarily exactly how the figure is going to look in hand. But as far as the design elements, I'm happy with it, with the long tunic over the belt or under the belt. Yeah, it's cool.
It looks
I like the
good,
mask. Man. Yeah. Can't really, complain too much just from what we're seeing here, because it just kind of is what it is.
He's not going to be able to move at all, though, bro. You know that.
I don't know, man. If he's on that Doc Nocturnal body, he's going to do just fine.
I hope he has more head sculpts.
He'll be tall as hell if he's on that body.
Well, he might be on the Atticus Doom, if anything, because Vapor is kind of Doc Nocturnal with different lower legs and lower arms, but Atticus Doom, people are getting it in, and Atticus Doom is like actually shorter than Doc Nocturnal, so it could be that body too.
I would want Vapor just because Vapor is so much smaller, and Damian is like he's fairly small. He's not like Tim or Jason or like Dick who we've seen grow up a lot in the books. Like we don't really see Damian like besides like jumping completely to the future and this fool being like 30 years old or something. We really don't see him like bigger than he like we've seen before, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he's gonna be hella tall.
Come on, Vapor. Come on.
All right.
And then from the other picture, you can kind of see the face sculpt a little more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I like the mask. You know, look. Needs more head. You said.
Yeah, man, more heads. So Robin.
Yeah, we'll see.
So no head.
I hope he comes with like a beat up, head, battle damage or whatever. Just some different stuff.
Yeah, I would want an unmasked head and a beat up one.
Yeah, definitely. I would say we'll probably get an unmasked. Yeah, the beat up one, I would, his wish list, but I mean, it makes sense to include it. And then
a little beat up with like gritting teeth or something, or like you don't even have to show the teeth, just kind of have him do like a grimace. That'd be good.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Damian. Very cool. Very excited for that. Super cool. This next one also, I like it way more than I have any right to.
Jeez.
It's awesome. It's so cool. I kind of want it. I'm slowly getting more and more into the 5-point stuff, and it's just like it's cool just because there's like the full set to it. So if I got this set, it'd be cool to go with the Tower of Fear play set with the Mezco monsters and all that stuff. Like all that stuff just seems really fun to me. And like including a whole mystery machine with it. Like they could have just done the pop-up set, but like the whole mystery machine and the gang and ghouls. I mean, this is going to be like $150 set, no question.
Yeah. But not bad
Which is cool, but
for a set. One and done.
But it's worth noting this is now the second or third Mezco line that's had some Scooby-Doo representation. It's time to get some 112 love. You know what I'm saying? Poncho, you've had a Ultra Instinct Shaggy for years, have you not?
I have, and you know what? It feels great, and I want everybody else to feel that way as well.
Right? So if this is them showing, hey, we're gonna do all of our lines with Scooby-Doo, then yes, 112 be next, please.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. It'd be cool. I wonder would you want everybody in 112? Like, do you think that's feasible for them to do the whole gang? Or do you think it's just going to be like Shaggy and Scooby and then that's it?
Honestly, if I had my choice between the two, mostly because I only want Shaggy, I'd probably pick a Shaggy and Scooby 2-pack and then maybe another 3-pack of the other ones. But realistically, they'd probably do the whole gang in one set.
Interesting.
Because that's what they did with the Living Dead dolls.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
The old LDDs.
That's right. So, I mean, if this means we, that they're committed to the Scooby-Doo license, then, hey, if me buying this means that it shows support and that they want it in other lines, then yeah, screw it, I'll buy it. And Doc Nocturnal can have guest star adventures with these.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
All right, cool. Okay, then for me, my favorite reveal of the whole weekend.
Damn,
not the biggest, objectively, but this is my favorite. Like, this is, Boog, I know you're going to hate me, but God, this is sick. I love this so much.
Fabio, no, don't do that.
I really like it. I really, really like it.
What do you like about
Sell
it?
me this pen. Come on, man.
What do you
Dude,
like
look at that.
about
It's straight up Ditko Spider-Man.
Tell me what's so much better about this one than the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they've figured out the actual materials better, because a lot of the vinyl pieces from that original Spider-Man versus something like Spider-Man Far From Home, definitely a huge improvement between the two. So if that part itself is improved, then okay, great. But as far as like the gauntlets and everything, I would have preferred that they do the whole sleeve leading into the wrist rather than having it at like, halfway up the forearm and like tuck into like a long glove piece, just because it creates that contrast between the two materials like a little bit more, and it'd be less noticeable. That's like the only real like problem I have with it design wise. But again, this is just a render, like a proof of concept, so we don't really know like how that stuff is going to feel texture wise until we actually get it in hand. But
he looks a little chunky right here too.
Yeah,
I think he looks all right, honestly.
I mean, I'm a huge apologist for that first release of Spider-Man, Like
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely have love for that figure. I think it's pretty cool, just for a portrait type deal. But even I am like, why do we need this? It's like, the colors are brighter and more vibrant than the first release. The first release is still
Well, the spider too. I mean, it's all the eyes. Everything is more like specifically Ditko. You know.
you could I'm sorry. You could argue that there was a head sculpt specifically that was more Ditko-esque in the first release too.
Oh yeah, that's the one I display mine with. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I guess what I'm just trying to say is like I like the first one so much, but even I am like, I don't need this at all. Like this was such a easy mental pass for me. And then this goblin looks crazy. Do you like this thing? This goblin looks unbelievably mid. It's unreal.
This goblin is the guy that would show up at the Universal Marvel Island.
Don't disrespect him
Yeah,
like that.
hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah. Maybe that's why I like it.
I went there when I was a kid, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's the guy from fucking Marvel Island.
People are saying these. I've heard that these look like Robot Chicken figures. And
they do, man. That's my problem with Spider-Man.
Well, because Robot Chicken used Mego figers, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is where Mezco crosses the line into like you look too much like Amigo territory. That Spider-Man, like if you go to the other picture, and this one, I guess, this guy has no shoulders.
Yeah,
he just has no shoulders. They don't exist. It just looks. I don't know. These just look like what Boog said earlier.
Well, I can chalk the no shoulders thing up to this is definitely not even this figure doesn't even exist in the real world. This is just like this is a scarecrow like stuffed with cotton. Like there's no skeleton in there. Like that's why it doesn't have any shoulders because it's just not there. Like they just like
yeah, like hopefully it looks better once it's actually done, but it doesn't. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it looks good, man. I don't know. I mean, good for those who'd want this or have been asking for it, but it looks too goofy.
Wild. Bobby, this is how we know that you are a tried and true fan.
It's like I don't know what you guys want. I mean, it just looks like Spider-Man. Like, what is the problem?
I don't know. It looks like Amigo. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's been open about the fact that Migos were like his figures. So if he's doing HD remasters of Migos, then yeah, this is what we're getting right here.
Listen, man,
and not even keeping in mind that Migos had actual like mittens over their hands because they never sculpted new hands for them. They put actual like just mittens over the otherwise like bare hands.
Yeah, I mean, like good for those who want that, but that's definitely not what I want out of like figures or. Like, they have many figures that don't look like Migos.
I'm interested to see the final version and see how it actually looks because part of me does want a decent Spider-Man from Mezco just to pair with Punisher and Daredevil and some of those other street level characters that I have. But I don't know. Part of me is also like, fuck this because I'm about to get the Hot Toys Spider-Man that we all ordered and shit. So I'm like, do I need this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? That's also another thing too. Is that like I just got the Sentinel. Like obviously it's from a fucking movie, but like I just got the Sentinel into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man, and I'm just like, yeah, this is way better than this. Like, why would I even buy this? Like the Sentinels, it's just like leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not easy for me to justify it. But you know it's like Pancho said and like you said, Fabio. These are just renders. There's a proof of concept right here. There's not the gallery. It's like for the pre-order or anything like that. So this isn't anything. There's nothing final about this. So maybe it'll look better once it goes up. But so far, I'm not impressed.
I'm interested to see what they do with Goblin and what type of accessories and stuff we get. I'm interested to see if we get an unmasked Norman Osborn head that you could maybe swap onto one of the co-suited bodies or something like that.
Will
that
he have waves?
Really
That
have the
is
waves.
question.
Got to, yeah.
Hopefully they wouldn't screw that up.
Yeah, and even though I'm not liking Marvel Island Goblin either, I'm happy that fucking Mezco collectors and anybody who wanted this is getting it, But
Yeah,
definitely,
I'm so
this just
sorry
not for
that
me.
it's just a shame that you're 100% forced to get this, even though you don't like it.
Yeah. If only there was some way that I wouldn't have to buy this. Could you imagine? Self-control?
I feel like instead of complaining, I would just be like, yeah, it's not for me. I'm just not going to buy it.
I said.
Or offering critique as to how I think the company should do it better. I don't know. I'm just like, oh, this is what they're showing. Can't wait to see more. But, I mean, from what we're probably like a year out from this pre-order even, so who knows how these images are going to get updated when they, yeah, probably. Which is fine because they got a lot of product to deliver on. So what do we want? Do we want the stuff to be delivered before they add new pre-orders? Or do we want the pre-orders that they add from this point on to come sooner to release? I can't have it both ways, I don't think.
Yeah,
You're so close to this, Fabio. It's so great.
Fupa Green Goblin, come on.
I'm just like, like, I could complain about all the dumb shit all these other companies is doing, but I'm just like, yeah, this shit just don't work for me.
I mean, everybody so far tonight has gotten it, so Mezco's gonna fucking get it.
I mean, I get the criticism, but it's like years ago we were complaining that they looked too much like pajamas, and then they started putting the vinyl pieces on it, and people are like, "No, we don't like that. They're, you're over designing them now." So now we're going back to the classic looks, and people are still complaining. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, to play devil's advocate with that statement, like, if they went back to what people were complaining about before, it makes total sense. They're still complaining about it. I mean, like,
I don't know.
I still don't like the way that this goblin is designed. Like, it's design philosophy. It still looks like pajamas to me. Personally, but isn't
that the Spider-Man costume? Isn't that exactly what it's supposed to be?
Well, I'm talking about Green Goblin specifically, not Spider-Man. So that's just what I'm saying. I think the Green Goblin's costume design philosophy, specifically here, is where it just looks, I don't know, it just looks it just doesn't look like something I'm interested in. That's it.
Yeah, I just sang Robin's praises. That Robin looks good. This just I don't like this. I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, that Robin's that more like militarized look. So that goes to the other direction as far as the over designed aspect of things.
Like I said, different strokes, different folks. I just don't like it so far. I mean, maybe it'll look better once the pre-orders and the listings go up. But so far, like I'm just not interested in these in like any way. I don't know. They just don't. They're not wowing me, in any way. Like that Green Goblin is just like looks like its body is a tube. I mean, again, this is just fucking clothing filled up with cotton. I bet. This isn't like anything substantial there, but. So far, I'm not interested so far.
I mean, not to mention that we also still like waiting to see pre-orders for some of the stuff from last year. We talked about that last week too. So
yeah, I mean, Fabio just said this is probably like a year out from even being up on pre-order.
Yeah.
So a lot of time to improve, but so far, like I'm not interested in it, man.
It's not knocking our socks off like the 2.0 Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we don't even know what it comes with yet. We never saw that. I mean, we didn't see that Wolverine as it was just that one picture, but we didn't know how much we would like it until it actually went up for pre-order and you saw the full thing.
That's true. It was a lot of great accessories and the base and all of that shit with Wolverine. So yeah, this might, they might hit us with something crazy. I mean, they have to hit us with a Peter Parker head, right? Because we didn't get that the first
because they never got one originally.
Okay.
Yeah, this goblin might come with a sick Norman Osborn portrait. Like, who knows? But so far, like it doesn't look great to me right now. It could look better once the pre-order goes up and we see what it comes with. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't know
cautiously optimistic.
what does everyone want exactly? Not this, then what?
We want
Well,
$50 cash back. We want unmasked heads. We want 17 hands. We want everything, bro. Come on, you know this.
I don't know. It's just man. At these prices, I want more than that. I don't know. Definitely a Norman Osborn head. Body needs to look a little bit better. Maybe this is the angle. This is just a fucking suit filled with fucking cotton wool. So it doesn't like it's not shaped really well, but the shape of it doesn't look good. I don't know. We'll see when the listing goes.
I actually think the shape looks better in this upside down photo than the one on the wall.
Oh, I'm talking about Green Goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that Green Goblin. Like the body looks like a tube. But again, this isn't a fucking pre-order listing. These aren't fucking glamour shots. This is like something scrapped together, for this picture of Spider-Man. Like, I'm not about to judge this figure, 100% just yet. But
this is an NFT at the end of the day. This doesn't this isn't real product yet.
Yeah, once the pre-order goes up, I'm sorry, but this thing is getting the full frontal with Samantha Bee.
We'll see where it goes. We do have to wait and see.
I'm interested. I'd love for it to come with a Norman head. Some cool accessories.
I don't think we're going to see this Green Goblin for a long time. I don't know.
Yeah. So this wasn't even listed. Like the Green Goblin wasn't even mentioned in any of the announcements for it. It was just the Amazing Spider-Man, and then there's a goblin in the background.
What was the time frame for the tease of Doom with the Fantastic Four set? How long in between was that?
I think they showed it at the Fall Con. I mean, it's been about a year, I'd say, but they usually do they teased Fantastic Four, and it was that one image, and then when Fantastic Four actually went up for sale, that same image had something edited out, and it was Dr. Doom instead. And then when people noticed that, when Mezco announced that the pre-order for Fantastic Four was up, they said, "Ooh, could their villain be close behind?" And then that's all we've heard. So we're not Doom's not even up yet. So
July is going to be interesting.
Why did I think that Doom went up for pre-order already? So we only got the extra pictures of Doom. We actually still didn't get a pre-order for Doom.
It's not even. Yeah, it's just the teaser image of him. And then the image of him in the Fantastic Four, actual pre-order images.
Went up. See, that's how much shit we waiting for with Mezco. I don't even know anymore. I'm just having dreams about shit that didn't even happen.
No, it's not out for pre-order yet.
This is wild. Okay, all right, let's move on. Spider-Man. What else?
I mean, I'm just if a company's just not doing it for me, I just don't get them. I don't understand, man. Trying to fucking bend over backwards to be they need to do this thing my way or the highway.
Yeah. It's not that serious, man. Some people just don't fucking like Mezco. It's all right.
No, that's.
No, you love
but
them,
that is the non-serious take on it. Everyone else being like, no, it needs to have muscle definition, are the ones actually taking it seriously.
I mean, yeah, for the price, it's easy.
So that's part of it. Then it's not for you.
Yeah, I mean, it could be though. It depends. If they put in a certain price, and as the consumer, you're expecting a certain amount of quality and happiness with it, and
how am I the one getting fired up when I'm just laughing at everyone being like, why don't they do it this way? And I'm just like, yo, it's not for you. Just don't get it. Shut up.
We're all
no, not you guys. It's the chat though. I'm saying, and it is just toys. Oreo Mega specifically. It's okay, stop trying to make the company do what it is that you want. Just realize, this company isn't doing what I want. I'm gonna move on. Thanks. I've done that with many companies. Well, that's where I'm at right now.
It's one thing when it's one thing when somebody who doesn't buy the product at all is very critical of it. Then it's another thing with somebody who has a love-hate relationship where it's I buy the shit that I actually do like, but I wish they would do more of the shit that I do like across the board. It's a dance, man. It's a thin line between love and hate, baby. It is what it is. But Now, Spider-Man is definitely not knocking anybody's socks off right now. We'll have to wait and see. And we waiting on a lot of shit from Esco, and they are constantly like,
I did express that, like, at this point they should have not done the sleeve into the gauntlet look for this particular type of Spider-Man, because it doesn't allow for that blend of the two textures like you would with something like 2099, where they did continue that like hexagon texture pretty well from the suit, at least from what we've seen, a little bit better than this.
Honestly,
this type of design into the gauntlet could have been better if they did the Ultimate Spider-Man style, where it like ends at the sleeve and like the red part doesn't continue like down the arm. You know what I mean?
It could be actually just doing like market research or some shit and just seeing what the response is to see which way they actually want to go with the final product, because it ain't like they anywhere near to the final product for this shit. So this shit could just be them testing the waters and just putting shit out and just trying to stay active as they try to fulfill all of these other things that's actually been up for a year or 2 years or some shit.
Right.
But
so they really shouldn't have shown anything at this show at all, because they owe us so much outstanding product that, I mean, they're really shooting themselves in the foot just showing more stuff that we know they won't deliver this year.
I mean, it's a competitive market. They gotta try to compete.
Whoa. Let's not bring facts into this, Boog.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, Spider-Man, what's next for Mesco?
Yeah, what is next? Oh, another 112.
White Ninja Man is here.
Storm Shadow. So
Yeah. The only one that only got one picture.
All right.
I mean, it is what we expected, I guess. It's White Ninja.
Ear looks really big, right? Oh, my buddy.
I'm wondering if they're going to go sleeveless or the full sleeves on this, tattoos. There's a lot of ways they could go with this.
I don't know. Would I want to see a sleeveless Storm Shadow? No, I don't think so. Not from Mesco.
I don't know. I think this looks kind of sleeveless just from like the left side. It looks kind of like it cuts off.
Yeah, but it could just be like trimmed off, not necessarily.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, obviously this is another render. This doesn't actually exist either. You can see the Cobra logo is just like superimposed on there.
We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming, but not quite so soon after Snake Eyes.
So who have we seen so far? We've seen Snake Eyes, Roadblock, and Destro. Now Storm Shadow. Four so far, right?
Well, up for pre-order, it's Destro, Roadblock, and then Firefly has been teased. But now adding these two.
We had a tease for Firefly? I don't remember that.
Yeah, the Falcon.
Oh yeah. I remember we were seeing like Firefly next. Like that's kind of. I remember we were all like, "Oh, that's random." We seen like his face and everything, right?
Yeah, that's a weird choice.
It's a surprising one for sure.
Okay. There was one more reveal, right?
A couple more, yeah. So the Crow, 5 points.
Oh,
I thought this was a 112 at first. Yeah, right.
Dude, I was gonna say this thing looks really good. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why does it just look so good? What the
It's
fuck?
really
are they
good for
doing?
5 points for sure.
Yeah, and it looks like interchangeable arms, so you can get the jacket and no jacket look, which is cool. I mean, I've only opened up a few of these, but like the interchangeability on them is really nice. Like they have that kind of Glyos joint system, so they're super smooth. They interchange really well.
Shout out to the Glyos boys.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to those. Whatever this is, something my wife would like. Christ.
Creep show, yeah.
Second image.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about it myself.
All right, moving on. All right, this.
Yeah, all right. This was the reveal of the show for sure.
Let's go. More TNT stuff.
Well, as far as license announcement, it's big news. Yeah.
This fucking the Naked Turtles. What's gonna be soft goods?
That's the question. I mean, we've been asking that ever since they teased it with just like the turtle hand coming out of the sewer cover on some of the graphics and on the back of the bodega box. It's true. Like, if this is a tease of them having the Turtles license, how would that look? And yeah, Turtles is a weird one because there really aren't a lot of soft goods on them, and the stuff that seems obvious isn't always best done in soft goods. So, the bandanas are already sculpted on, you can tell. And as far as maybe like the straps, I could imagine it being like 112 versions of the Mondo Turtles that had like leather straps and stuff with like real like tie down type of things for the weapons. And even like the quarter scale Turtles do that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've said it a few times, even before this was even announced. It's like, yo, if Mezco's going to do Turtles, they got to come correct, because every other company has like such a head start on them. They have a complete Turtles universe. So they got to impress with just the core Turtles to make them really stand out. And, some people are saying rubber bodies and stuff. I don't see that happening with these. You can pretty much see joints on them. Pinless, which is nice. That's one leg above NECA in a couple of different lines.
We don't know what the hell this is. This is the same thing as the last pictures. We don't know what we're seeing here yet. But
well, you see, it's not loading, but you see them better in the second picture here. You see like an actual full look at the bodies.
I would assume they're going to give each one of these guys a trench coat or some shit.
Yeah, that's the obvious thing, I'd say, like the Turtles in disguise type of looks. I don't know why it's not loading. Go on Instagram, Poncho. I don't know why it's not loading. Go on the Mezco Instagram. And this image right.
I don't even have Turtles from any of the other lines. Like I'm good on the Turtle property altogether. So this is an easy pass for me personally.
It's definitely like Fabio said. They need to come correct, because there's a lot to choose from, and you gotta really wow.
Yeah, and NECA's been putting out very consistent, good Turtle shit for a while right now.
Yeah, but also very like look specific. Like you want them specifically from the movie, specifically from the video game, specifically from the cartoon. Then yeah, NECA will do it for you. But if this is, and they do the comic book stuff too. But as far as like the core Turtles, they haven't done Mirage Turtles since back when they were like relegated to strictly being TMNT SDCC sets. So no one's really done the comic Turtles in a minute. So that's the niche that Mezco could hit pretty well.
But the thing is that like fucking Randy could do that at any moment and get them out really fast.
Yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
Like, yeah, that's like the leg up. Is that they could change their mind whenever.
And they have been surprised if they do that.
Wouldn't be surprised if they do that now. Just like despite Mezco and shit.
Yeah, well,
I get the idea that they already kind of knew this was coming, because they made sure to go like super ham on the same weekend as Mezco for their Toys Fair reveals for their Turtles line as well.
I was just gonna say we actually have Mirage characters not only shown but teased, like on they've been teased and shown for their reveals for the past weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting there, baby.
So what do we think? This is going to be a box set with all 4 Turtles, right?
Oh, has to be.
It's got to be.
Any other way would be irresponsible.
It'd be uncivilized?
It'd be uncivilized.
All right, so 2025?
Well, they got to get everything else out first. If they dare put up another pre-order before I have Michael Keaton Batman in my hands, that's it. I mean, I just can't continue with this line.
I'd really like it if they had a second head sculpt where they tried to do the scars in fabric, man. I'm being real with you.
I imagine these will have the second heads where they're all the red bandanas.
I could see that.
Little reddy bandana.
Do people want those though? Like, out of all the iterations of the Turtles, like, do people really want that shit? And I feel like if people do, they already own it. Like versions of those Turtles have been out on the market for years, man. Like if you like those versions of those Turtles that much and you still don't have a version of those in 2022, then I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. I think I just
definitely. Well, it definitely doesn't hurt to include them.
Well,
You know,
true,
it's
true,
not
true,
gonna.
true. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like the whole aesthetic of specifically this set of turtles, like I just don't know who's this for.
Well,
One who didn't
this,
get into the other Turtles lines.
this is very Mirage, and like if you're into Mirage, you know, in the beginning they were all just the red.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
So,
it,
like, this seems like for people who are like into the Mirage turtles, but like by now you have a set of your perfect Mirage turtles. Like,
well, you know, the only people that had done it were
Perfect
NECA a long
everything
time.
turtles at this particular point. You had the
It,
Robotech turtles from the cartoon. You had every fucking turtles there is. So
you
yeah,
know, the last people to do them really was NECA a long time ago, and those things are super expensive. If you find the real ones,
The knockoffs are way easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
the knock, and you know the quality of the knockoffs, they're not bad. I've seen them many times. They're pretty damn good. So
Yeah, those are the ones I had in my collection.
yeah,
I had I had the original ones. I never had the knockoff ones, but I saw the knockoff ones, and yeah, they were pretty good.
yeah, I'd been
Well,
tempted because they're always pretty inexpensive.
well, this is easily going to be a $400 set.
Oh,
oh
fuck
yeah,
that.
there's no
I mean,
way.
Fantastic Four was $420. There's no Herbie robot they can include with this, so at the very least, close to 400. Just under, but close to 400.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be little actual like turtles. You'll get a couple different head sculpts, weapons, trench coats and hats. What else? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not a set for me, but
Canister of ooze.
Well, if you read, I mean, in my comment, you can see, I've said this many times. I feel like I've been rewarded for just waiting for Mezco to do Turtles because I never really got into any of the other Turtles lines. And if I were in the Turtles lines right now, no brainer, I would just continue with what I have and keep expanding on it.
yeah,
Anyone who's already a Turtles collector, it's very easy for them to just be like, no, I'm good. I already have a Turtles collection.
Yeah, so this is just going to
I
be
have a
for
lot of
diehard Mezco people that will buy anything that Mezco puts out, even if they're not Turtles fans or into Turtles at all. They'll just buy it. Got it. All right.
I have a lot of the NECA
Or if
stuff.
they are Turtles fans but don't want to. No, sorry, Rick.
Oh yeah, no problem. I was just saying I have a lot of the NECA stuff, so I just have no room for this in my heart.
Well, I don't doubt that these shits will sell out no matter what. So it is what it is.
Oh, yeah, they'll do well, no question. Either way, $300, fucking $400, they'll be fine.
Well, there's plenty of people who also are like only Turtles collectors and just get TMNT no matter who makes it.
It's true.
Woof.
Yeah, and that's becoming harder and harder to do. And I keep saying, everybody's got to pick a lane. You know, it's really tough to try to get it all. And I feel like if I were into other Turtles lines, it would have to be the only thing I collect because just sheer volume alone, there's just so much of it, you know? Whereas I'm good with waiting around for, a company that is cohesive with what I already have, getting around to making it, and then I can just incorporate those instead of like, I don't know, maybe I'm too OCD to dip into other lines in that way. Because then I feel like I would have to have them all. You know what I mean? Like if I get the movie Turtles, it's like, all right, now I got to chase down this stupid Loot Crate exclusive so I can have the human figure, the Danny Pennington to go with April O'Neil. And oh man, I can't have April O'Neil without the trench coat, so I got to go back and get the signed version with the really awful yellow trench coat. That's the way my mind works. So that's why I'm glad that I'm not in those other lines, and then I can just wait for the core team of Turtles to be, done in a format that I enjoy.
You sound
Whatever you got to tell yourself, bro. We get it. All right.
Well, shit, man. How many Build-A-Figure waves have you bought that you don't care about just because it's a Build-A-Figure? It is what it is.
Hey, I stay in my lane, bro.
That's what I'm doing, and I'm encouraging everybody to do the same. You can't get them all.
Are you? All right. Was this it from Mezco?
I mean, unless everyone wants to slide into my DMs again like last week and talk shit. Sure, I think that's it.
No.
It did?
No, there was one more thing. There was the Batman.
Oh yeah. So the Batman dropped. Yeah.
Okay, so was that not day 3?
Go on their website.
That was a pre-order. Remember the Two-Face?
Yeah, that just came even after the whole shit. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh.
Is just go to the regular Mezco website.
Oh, okay.
When did the pre-order go up? Was it Monday?
I think Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday, my dudes.
23rd.
Yeah, that was Wednesday for sure.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's at the top.
$190 fucking dollars. Okay, Two-Face is there too. All right, okay.
Yeah, so our second, Batman 2-pack, I guess, after Black Mask, and it's Golden Age, baby.
I didn't even look at this. I didn't even look at everything really. I just
no.
Did you pre-order it?
I don't know. I didn't want this.
Man, this thing is so cool. I love Batman.
I was kind of tempted for the Two-Face or whatever, but like I'm not a huge Batman fan, so I don't. I got a couple Mezco Batmans. I got the other Two-Face. I don't need this.
Yeah, it's really hard to say no to this, because this is so cool. Who doesn't love Brave and the Bold?
I'm just not a huge DC guy in general, so like this was easy pass for me too, but it's cool.
I don't think I am either, but I'm definitely big enough of a Batman guy where I'm like, yo, Batman Brave and the Bold, single greatest Batman show of all time. Obviously, this is more like a comic Golden Age Batman, but those were the inspiration for Batman Brave and the Bold. So in a roundabout way, we're getting a Brave and the Bold Batman. And this is how Two-Face looked in that show too. So I mean, all of it is on brand. It's perfect. This again, if y'all complaining about over-designed Batmans and they give you the classic Batman, shut up! Like, just what do you want?
Oh my god, the chin!
That chin is wild, though.
Yeah, this is nuts, dude. But this,
I genuinely.
He looks like he would still be voiced by what's his face, the Justice guy. What's his name?
He looks like he's got there's a filter on him or some shit.
This is Joe Swanson, the Mezco figure.
So wild.
Listen, Two-Face, you and I are gonna need to take a walk downtown.
Exactly how he looks.
Hey, listen, buddy. I'm thinking I'm gonna fight you for justice.
If Batman came by himself, I would have bought it, but I really didn't really want the Two-Face. I just didn't pre-order it. It was hard to justify spending the $190. I mean, I guess I could have split it and like sold the Two-Face or something, but I don't know. I did want the Batman, but I just didn't want the Two-Face. I didn't mind not having Two-Face basically. So
yeah, especially because on a more realistic level, the regular Two-Face is like a great Two-Face. And it'll work with any Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Damn, it's a damn shame because I really like this Batman, man, but I just didn't want Two-Face. I couldn't justify it. I couldn't, in my mind, like I couldn't get myself to do it. It sucks because I really like that Batman. Pretty cool.
Yeah, this was a must cop. I mean, this is perfect in a lot of ways. This is what we wanted years ago. I mean, even just going as far as to put trunks on Batman. This is the first Batman they've done with trunks.
And he looks good with the trunks too, and having that mouth breathing piece was pretty sick too.
Yeah, and then the removable cowl. You just get a lot of good looks out of this. I like that they didn't paint the eyebrows on, because then you can just achieve that yourself with lighting. One thing I hope they'll do, it's not advertised, but I think would be really smart, is if this is on that same Batman body that they've had for like Supreme Knight and stuff, there's already the slots in it for the magnets. Would be great if the magnets are there anyway, even though he has the tampoed emblem on there, and then you can take your Supreme Knight and put the yellow emblem from him on there.
This is really weird because if you look at this picture, am I tripping or does that chin not look as bad there?
It's just that's a straight on view.
Yeah,
the side view and the other one.
I feel like putting it in a cowl is doing it favors. Like it's giving it more definition, because without it just looks like rough.
Hey, go back to Two-Face for a second. The other Two-Face that we got, it was the same head neck combo.
Go back. Let me see. Poncho. I think
it's
the OG Two-Face. Yeah, is a head neck combo. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, weirdly, the only figure that's on that Joker body that isn't a head and neck combo is Doctor Strange. But this is probably the John Wick body, which is slightly different.
Damn, this sucks, man. I really wanted that Batman, but Damn, I just didn't want this fucking Two-Face. Yeah, this sucks.
Oh, it's
BXTR
on.
Works.
Oh, it's on waitlist now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead, Punch.
it's on waitlist. Yeah.
BXTR
No.
Works was saying something similar to you, Rick. He said, first of all, he said, huge Turtles fan, can't wait for that release. Huge Batman fan as well, but hard pass on paying $200 for a Two-Face I don't want.
Exactly, man. It's just so rough. Like I should have just like done my best the first day that this went up to go on the Mezco page and be like, who the fuck wants Two-Face? Like, let's make a deal because I don't
Yeah,
want it.
split the pack. Somebody would have
Yeah,
split the
right.
pack with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have talked to Trevor. Trevor just said that he'd take your Two-Face.
Oh man, fuck. I'm gonna join the waitlist, Trevor, and we'll see how it goes.
No doubt.
That Batman is awesome. I'd have loved that. Yeah, that Batman is sick. I wish it would have had that, like, I mean, that's very, very Brave and the Bold TV show-ish, but I wish he would have had like a blue line at the top of his forehead. Yeah. But you know what? That's just a nitpick. The figure itself,
Gotcha.
the figure itself looks awesome. Definitely super cool.
What's the odds that they're going to continue with these designs?
Ooh, gotta do a penguin next.
Well-
Do a Joker.
The
Catwoman?
the floodgates are open, man. The forbidden gate has been busted wide open. You know, as far as them doing the 2.0s, we didn't even think that was possible until like a year ago when they showed the classic 2.0 Superman. So I mean, if they're now doing Robin, I would like to see the Robin that goes with this Batman, which is
God
on
damn.
an equal amount of these covers, you know, with Two-Face and everything. When
Don't
he's
fucking-
taking on Two-Face in this original comic cover, Detective Comics, is with Robin. So yeah, a Robin has to be coming for this.
Damn, man, don't fucking say that. Now I'm gonna be so sad when a Robin comes out and I don't have this Batman. Ah!
Interesting. Okay. I think that was finally it for Mezco, right?
No,
No.
there's
what
the
else?
accessory
No,
pack.
there's one more. There's one more. So, as we know, DC licensing does not allow their characters to be shown with firearms. So, conveniently, on the same day, Poncho, go up to the top of the page, and then there's like the little slugfest icon on the top right, the little like helmet thing. Conveniently, like on the same day, is a Double Trouble weapon expansion pack that didn't fit with this Two-Face, but you know, hey, not necessarily saying it has to. DC, Warner Brothers.
I mean, yeah, the Tommy gun for sure. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but
I
that doesn't
forgot
come
about
with the
this.
Two-Face.
Yeah, no, this is a totally separate expansion pack. I got it.
Yeah. Which is smart. I mean, they've done that before with Gotham by Gaslight Batman, and obviously with Conan, but that's for different reasons. But as far as DC, yeah, it tracks. They can't apparently like show these with guns anymore. You know, that's just some mandate that's going, and that's the same reason they had to remove them from the pictures of Constantine, but then tweeted out later saying, "Hey, you're gonna have to trust us on this one." As far as the guns go, so yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but
I don't
that
know
is
what's up with
just-
that either. Silly.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know
what-
if like price point has to do with it because they showed that Peacemaker, like Trevor is saying, and even though he has a gun holstered, it's not really like listed as part of his accessories. Only like the axes and stuff. At least in like the copy that I read, I don't know if there was like a full readout, but
Yeah, it's so strange because anybody that like knows, everybody knows that DC's like their content is so adult oriented. Like Peacemaker, we see people getting axed in the fucking head. Like we see
Yeah.
people getting headshotted many times every single episode. So like, what does it matter if they come with guns or not? You got these dudes getting headshots like every episode. Like who cares? So strange.
All right. I think.
But really,
we
this
still
is
have
just
a couple
Mezco
topics.
milking you dry because they didn't want to add another $35 to the original price tag, making it over $200. So they just put it out as a separate pack. Come on, don't you guys see the truth here?
Son of a gun. They did it again.
All right. SHF. Let's go.
Okay.
Pew-pew-pew.
Hold on. I'll pull it up in a sec. So, SHF put out a bunch of publication images out for go on.
Oh baby, oh baby.
Oh, nice.
So this is. I don't know why there's so little.
Looks
Whatever.
very good.
But yeah, man, this Gohan looks super on model to, just that era of art style from the Frieza arc and stuff. Looks really good. There's no images of what he looks like next to Krillin in the battle armor, which will eventually be coming out. But I think the size looks really good so far. You can compare them because that's the Dragon Ball that they'll all come with, so it's still pretty small. But I think the most impressive. A lot of people are kind of like clowning on like his head and like his face shape, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's what he looks like in a lot of the art too. But I can see how this one specifically right here is kind of wild looking. This one I can get away. I can fudge or whatever, and that one's fine. But the best looking one is definitely this right here. This literally looks like it's from the fucking show. Like,
yeah, that looks great.
This is like, I would say this probably is the best likeness in the line next to Frieza, probably first form Frieza. Like, I can't believe how on model it is. It's so good. But $60. Some people are pressed at $60 as well. I don't know what to tell you, dog. These shits are expensive now. So
yeah, not just that, but this is a brand new mold, and this is a mold that can't be used with anybody else. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be you'll be hard pressed to find a way to reuse this mold for some stuff.
Maybe like if this was a mold that could be reused, I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, yo, man, come on, at least $50. But yeah, this can't be reused. We've seen that Krillin is on a completely different mold, so fuck it, man. $60, it's not bad. Yeah. Dude, you know what? I'm in the minority, I guess, but I really like the other head sculpts, the gritting face and like the hair. I like that shit.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's really nice. I think it's very on model. Like, I love I like how squished and like scrunched up his face is. It just reminds me.
Yeah, that's like it's so strange because like maybe if you're not our age, like, God, it sounds so fucking old, but like if you're not our age, you don't remember it. But like a lot of the times in like the promotional art and like they always look like that. They're really scrunched up, like tight face. Yeah, so I don't mind it. Yeah, man, I like these expressions, man. I like the
I
like
have
the
to get
angry
this
yelling face.
since I missed the other one, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. You and me are in the same boat. I fucking missed that purple gi version. Fucking pissed.
I guess we'll get another shot at that at some point.
I fucking sincerely hope so, my friend.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully, like a this year's Comic-Con kind of thing would be nice. Like, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Like, do Raditz and like Gohan this year. Those are two figures that like go for a lot of money. They were missed from P-Bondi, so
yeah.
You
said this is already up for pre-order, right?
Yeah, it's up right now. It's gonna be up for like 3 months.
Damn, 60's not bad.
You got it from nefarious sources, huh, Pancho?
Yeah, I just got it off, just some Japanese website. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's just I'm okay with spending the extra money to get it off of just an import website because, like, at the end of the day, it's gonna end up being like maybe like $80, $90, and that's basically how much it's gonna cost on P Bandai anyway. I mean, there is free shipping on P Bandai. There's a coupon going around for free shipping on P Bandai right now, so that's kind of like the exception right now. But even if you're buying regular stuff from P Bandai, it's gonna end up being like you're gonna pay like $15 in tax or something, and you're gonna pay like $10 or $15 for shipping, and by then you might as well just pay import website fees. And you end up really only overpaying by like $10 maybe, and then you get it 3 months early. So I mean, if you don't care about getting stuff early, then P Bandai is the way to go. I mean, like the biggest and main takeaway for P Bandai is it is a guaranteed. It's a guaranteed way for you to get this figure, no matter what. Like, you pay your money and that's it, and then it's locked down. You have to wait a while for Bluefin to import it, and then so they can resell it to you. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one up. Cell is not up yet. But
they did the gallery for it basically already.
Yeah, and we saw that last week. He is a regular release also. Cell will be a regular release, so that's pretty tight. And then Lab Coat 21 is
yeah, that was the other thing I saw.
She's available right now on P Bandai and stuff. She was available like maybe a couple of months ago or 2 months ago on the Bandai Namco website. The distribution for her is kind of strange, but then she's also available on import sites right now too, to where you can get her like mad early whenever she does drop. So that's basically, I guess that's it for SHF. We talked about the main takeaway was just Gohan for sure.
Did I tell you that Mickey Mouse is shipping? Is Mickey Mouse Figma or SHF?
Revoltech?
Is it Revoltech? I don't even remember.
There's what? But Ami doesn't list him as in stock yet. What the hell?
I definitely got a payment notice for Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's Revoltech, but that's crazy. I was just looking at my order for February the other day, and I was like, "Damn, I wonder if Mickey Mouse is going to release this month," because I didn't see him. So
let me double check this. Hold on. Payment requests. Yeah, movie Rebel Mickey Mouse. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. The hell, he literally wasn't in stock like 2-3 days ago. Well, yeah, he's my Ami says not in stock for some reason. That's weird. But like, I have so many things in stock already for my order this month. That's so odd. I wonder why.
Oh well.
Yeah, he shows released even on Ami. Like, you could go on Ami right now
and just buy it.
Order that Mickey Mouse if you wanted to. That's crazy. Yeah, that mine isn't in stock. That's nuts. Looks good. Puncher, did you pre-order that Mickey Mouse?
I don't even know what Mickey Mouse you're talking about.
Revoltech, man.
I feel like you did. I feel like we all did, except Fabio.
We had a long conversation about this thing on the show, on this very show.
I don't like cartoons.
Yeah, Fabio doesn't like cartoons, so let's keep him out of this. We'll throw Fabio into this.
Oh, I guess I didn't. I must have. Oh well, I'll end up buying it anyway. If I
feel like we all did. 3 of us at least.
That guy looks sick. Pretty cool.
Come on, we're gonna pretend to be Mickey Mouse fans now because they make good figures of him. Come on.
No, it's not even about the Mickey Mouse thing for me. It was more about like the joke aspect of having a Mickey Mouse figure, Disney and like whatever. I don't know.
Oh.
So that was it for SHF. Was there one more company we needed to talk about?
Yeah, Mofex.
Mofex. Oh yeah, Mofex had a pretty good showing out this past week. Some cool pre-orders. They put up a pre-order for
see it.
for Storm, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, stormy.
Mayfax really looked at the announcement from Hasbro and said, "Hold my beer," right?
Basically.
Whoa.
The old Aurora.
Miss Monroe.
Yeah, this looks very interesting, very promising. So, shall see, but
very good.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks like it'll look good alongside what they've been releasing so far, or what they've teased so far for X-Men offerings. Hopefully, she will be better than Psylocke, at least for me personally, because personally, I did not like the Psylocke figure. I don't see any real changes as far as the pelvis sort of like leg articulation. So I don't expect there to be any like upper thigh rotation really like that, which is unfortunate. And
I think.
there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think at this point that, I mean, I don't know what their plans are, but I think Mayfex needs to start re-releasing a lot of the things that they've released, because this line is like pretty much unenterable. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's 100% unenterable at anything that isn't on pre-order right now.
Right now,
Like
yeah, for sure.
everything is super expensive. Like Wolverine is like $200. Like fucking Gambit is like $300 sometimes. Like it's ridiculous. Like this line is like unenterable. Like it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I was talking to David about this. He was saying how he would like he's gonna like just mix and match. He's gonna get this Storm, but like he doesn't like the Cyclops anyway, and he'll just put the legends and shit. I can't do that. I can't mix lines like that. I hate it. I hate the way it looks. Even if I don't like the look of one of the characters, they all have to be in tune for me personally. So I haven't missed one of these so far, so I'm gonna just continue on. Grudgingly a little bit maybe, but I'm gonna continue on with that wrist peg right there. It's looking a little funky.
Yeah, my only complaint with this Storm is that I wish it would have came with like a normal pupil.
Yeah, yep. That was I saw a lot of people make that comment that she should have had a definitely normal pupil head sculpt.
Yeah.
But Mafex, they do that, man. I mean, all of these companies do that. They just drop the ball on one little thing, and it's just like, what was the thought process behind that? Like, what the fuck? Like, we got 3 head sculpts here, even the like regular head sculpt where she has the whited out pupils. Like, all right, so you want her using her powers at all times? We can't. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's. I was just gonna say it's really odd that the one with no expression has the white pupils. Like
yeah.
she's just sitting in a room, like pupils. I'm doing my fucking powers now. Odd.
No, I think this is a great opportunity for people to get creative and add their own pupils. I think that's very smart of Mayfex to encourage that.
Yeah, that's an absolute way for you to just completely fuck up your $100 figure.
A little. Hey, you know what? You got 3 shots of nailing those eyes.
Exactly.
A little DIY, baby.
That's a very optimistic view right there, for sure.
Very magnanimous of Mayfex. Max-nanimous.
3 chances to win.
Wow, it's unreal.
So yeah, they showed Storm here, which again is going to be another addition to your sort of Jim Lee X-Men that we've been building so far.
Emphasis on sort of.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. We got Cyclops, we got Gambit, we got 2 versions of Wolverine, we got Psylocke, and now we have Storm. Who will be next?
I was really hoping that Cable was going to be next.
I don't know. Would they do Cable?
Oh, I won't.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do Iceman next.
They gotta. You know why I want Cable, Boog, is because Cable means that you have to do fucking Bishop.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I mean, not only do I love Cable a lot, but like, you know, you have to do Bishop if you have Cable.
I just feel like they've been staying on line or in tune with just the core sort of like X-Men team right now. So I don't know that they would like venture out and do Cable just yet. Although a Mafex Cable sounds interesting. It could be very interesting.
And you know, one of the other big reasons I say that is because it could be their first foray into like a bigger sized figure. Because it's hard for me to imagine this company doing a Beast.
Yeah,
it's
I
really
keep thinking that too. I keep thinking that too. I think they'll fuck it up, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. It's hard for me to say that, but I think they'd fuck it up too.
Something will be off. He'll be like too slender or some shit. Like,
yeah, he's gonna be like
Cyclops' chest is gonna be bigger than Beast and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what it would be? It would be that Beast would look perfectly on model. It would look perfect, and it would just be hella small.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh man, he looks fucking perfect, but he's
What
smaller than Psylocke. Like, what?
which is actually the fear or the concern for them doing Cable with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's supposed to be pretty fucking tall. Like we saw what happened with Mezco Cable, who's fucking tiny, basically.
Yeah, I really hope they redo him. For Mesco, he's just so small.
But yeah, they also showed the Mark 50 Infinity War Iron Man here. So a lot of accessories packed in here. SHF put out like 4 versions of this fucking figure, if I'm not mistaken. I bought every last one of them like a fucking simp.
Sucker.
Yep. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for you to kind of just be one and done, I guess, with this for Mafex. This is an easy pass for me, and I think this is like super expensive. What's the price on this?
Yeah, it's like 170, like 17. It's 17,000 yen. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, this thing better come with a real working arc reactor at that price.
Honestly, I don't even think the sculpt is that much more superior to SHF or anything like that either. So
No, not at all. And it's even if let's say that the fucking sculpt was superior, this thing's not gonna pose like the SHF one can. Like, what the hell?
that might be true.
It doesn't even come with like a Tony head sculpt.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild
Weird.
for that price. For that price, that's wild.
Well, this is the Infinity War version, not the Endgame version, so he shouldn't have like the snapping hand. But
still, I mean, it's not like he can't just. This was the nanotech armor. His helmet could just disappear, and you could just have a Tony Stark head. This would have been a perfect opportunity for them to give us a Tony Stark head.
I think that's where Mafex shines when they take their time with these MCU figures, because like if you want your MCU version of this guy immediately and fast, then get a SHF. But like it's almost always it's like, okay, the SHF is good for now, but like I'm just waiting for the Mafex because I know it's gonna come with like a killer portrait of this actor, and like so that's why it's a little strange that this one is so expensive, and then it doesn't even come with the portrait of Robert Downey Jr. Because that's where I think a lot of people end up like holding out for the Mafex version, because it'll come with like a really cool head sculpt.
Yeah, the SHF version of this is a very nice figure. It's one of my favorite Iron Man figures from SHF, so I'm good with it. I don't need this at all. I've been feeling pretty good lately about a lot of these things going up for pre-order, because I definitely don't feel obligated to get a bunch of this stuff, and I'm trying to like be a little more responsible. So good. Yes.
Yeah, definitely good off of this guy, especially at that price.
However, the Mafex store, one of their best fucking figures.
Sure.
If you're only an MCU collector, that's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't got a lot of shit to choose from. But
as I say, I don't know, man. If you're only an MCU collector, then your Hot Toys bill is through the fucking roof.
I guess, yeah. I mean, in a 6-inch scale, but yeah. All right,
but that was it from Mafex. Those two pre-orders that really heated things up this past week. I think that was it for regular news.
Yeah,
we're getting some requests to talk about this loose collector Hyde. You guys have probably seen the figures.
Yes.
Where should I?
It's a Kickstarter. I'm sending you the link right now.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody explained this to me, because I was under the impression, I saw that it was a Kickstarter, but I thought I read somewhere that it was only people based in the Philippines. Is that not right?
I don't know.
How the hell do we deserve this?
Poncho said, "Ka-ching! I'm calling my fucking Lola right now."
Well, it's their first Kickstarter, and it's based in Australia, it seems like.
Call up the Kuyas. Tell them we need to order these immediately.
Yeah.
How much do they need? 92,000. That's a very odd number. 92,145.
It's probably
And it's just so
exactly what they
specific
need.
too, you know?
Yeah. Probably exactly what they need, to be quite honest.
Fuck. This is a very
for
odd
people who
choice
don't know,
for,
Loose Collector, they've been doing those like Lady Death figures. They have the Red Sonja license, a few of those sexy women figures. I think they did like Purgatory and a few others. But I mean, they've got a pretty good track record so far, but I think this is their first real like male, figure. And I mean, I guess it is part of the Crypt line with like Lady Death and those, but obviously it's meant to be like Mr. Hyde, right? From like the Build-A-Figure we just got from Marvel.
Yes. Just sort of like a real hulked out version. Yes.
And
He's
he's
all
massive.
jacked up on Mountain
Whoa.
Dew.
Hang on. That's a lot of plastic.
That is a lot of plastic.
A very, very big figure. Yeah, I don't know. So, all right. So it's Australia based, but really anybody could fuck with it, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about $8, or the actual pledge, even though it says 99 Australia dollars, it's 72 USD.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much just, do you want 1, 2, or 3 of them? That's the options, or 4.
Okay, why not 5?
Yeah, I mean, Kickstarter is an interesting route to go with this for sure.
Was there?
I feel like if this just showed up on like 5K Toys, there'd be like a ton of pre-orders, like the big bear guy too.
That bear thing looks awful to me. I'm sorry.
Wasn't there like another version that we liked? What was it? Was it like a panda or was it like a fucking gorilla?
Yeah, so I guess the panda was like a chase variant, and it was like from what I found out later on, it was like 1 in 10 or whatever. Some distribution like that will randomly be the panda instead of the bear you ordered.
What? What?
What a fun surprise! No.
No, that's a terrible surprise.
That's
What are all these
upsetting
other
to me
little
and my
pictures
homebrew.
here? What's it's a stretch goal?
Little mini
It's
boys?
for the first 500 backers.
And what are those things? Damang Lupa?
Those are my homeboys.
Does that translate to little black baby? Earth
Somebody get the
Dweller
translation, please.
is the most evil of all elves. Oh, they're little elves, okay. In Philippine mythology, it is believed to inhabit mounds of earth and the underground. A person who unknowingly disturbs its habitat will suffer various diseases ranging from skin rashes, inflammation, fever, and even insanity. That's not a disease, is it? Well, I guess it is a mental disease. I don't know. These creatures are very deceitful and will offer valuable gifts and enchanted objects to gain trust. Accepting these presents will allow it to steal your soul. Oh, that's scary.
But why? Why with Hyde?
Why with Hyde though? Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, come on.
More
guys.
power to him,
Don't-
man.
Super
I'll
random.
support a Kuya no matter what, but I just gotta know why sometimes.
Listen, you uncultured Americans. Everybody knows that Hyde has to come with Lamang Lupa. Oh,
Oh, that's very funny. I mean, even Hyde as a Kickstarter choice seems random and odd too. But yeah,
it's strange, especially considering the rest of the library that they're teasing. Yeah, these little fellows right here. You get like Man Bat, Cthulhu, fucking werewolf guy, an R.L. Stein cover, and then the Mummy and
another R.L.
Frankenstein.
Stein cover? There's 2 R.L.
funny.
Stein
I know they're
covers.
right next to each other. Yeah.
That's very funny.
And apparently Baywatch Frankenstein.
Yeah, this Frankenstein is wild to me.
Yeah, that
Image,
looks wild.
I love this. Image taken from the internet for reference only, not actual design. I love it.
What is happening?
This is a very smorgasbordy Kickstarter thing going on here. I don't know what's going on.
This is something else, man.
All right. What was the other thing? What scroll up a little bit? Was the Marvel shit that they had?
Yeah,
teased
they
there?
were showing off like
Customizing.
customizing options and stuff.
Oh, for Mr. Hyde, other things that you might be able to do is what they're
Yeah, I
saying.
guess so.
Okay, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Maybe this will
Hey,
have a. Maybe you know what? Hear me out. Maybe they'll have a chase variant where this guy's green. Whoops! All green.
oops, all berries. Oops, all gamma.
Oops! All gamma, baby. Come on.
So they want $72 for you to get in on a Kickstarter, and your version's going to be fully painted and everything, right? No funny business.
I would imagine so. Like
I fucking hope so.
71.
How much is this thing?
$72.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, no thanks.
Well, but if you're one of the first 500, you get 2 of these dudes.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you don't hurry up, you're gonna miss your Lamang Lupa pack.
Oh man. I just I really want to know, like, what was the decision to include these little dudes?
Yeah,
This is just something that they wanted to do for quite some time, and just said, "Hey, look, fuck it, let's just tackle it."
Hey, yeah, why not? It's not even throwing
Well,
any shade. I'm just genuinely curious. Like,
Mm.
what's the thought process behind it? Because if you can you're just throwing shit in there for fun. Let's I can't wait to see what they'll throw in with these other guys. What other Filipino folklore staples are we gonna get with fucking Man Bat and Cthulhu?
oh, Jesus Christ!
Man.
Oh shit! Right. Was there? I feel like it was something else miscellaneous. One other thing, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see.
Was it the McFarlane Spawn with the throne?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of McFarlane stuff. Or not a bunch, but enough to talk about, I guess.
Okay.
Everything is a quick hit because none of us give a shit besides the Spawn and the throne.
Very true. Man, I just can't get enough of this little.
Oh my God! Look at his hands.
These are crazy.
Jesus Christ!
All right, okay. So
Look at all the articulation. All his plastic.
our friend Todd was showing off some new stuff. I guess a new wave. So like there's like Haunt. Which is very interesting because like my sister, he does not read a lot of like Western comics, but for some reason this bitch is really into Haunt.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so strange. So the first thing I saw when Fabio linked this was I was like, oh, a Haunt figure. Wow, that's pretty cool. But look at this big guy Overkill. He's fucking huge. Removable cape Spawn. Ninja action Spawn. Yeah, when I first saw this, I thought that he had like praying mantis legs or some shit like that. I didn't know he was just a regular humanoid. Like, I was like, bro, why'd they give you fucking legs like that? But thankfully I was
Why did
wrong.
they sample you after Gomez? After a real cockroach?
But yeah, I guess he was just talking about
And then hold on, stop it right there.
okay.
figure he just revealed, that figure.
Mhm.
Why is he like? This pisses me off. Like he shows that guy. He's like, I'm not allowed to show you that yet. Why? It's your company. It's your license. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? I'm
Sorry
not
about
allowed
all
to
this
show you
red
that
bureaucratic tape that I made.
Right,
Yeah, sorry. The bureaucratic tape I created doesn't allow me to show you this. What the fuck? Like when he said that, I was watching this video. I was like, God, Todd, like you're just making up fucking anything. Like, oh, I'm not allowed to show you this. Says who? You own this company. You own the character's
Gotta talk to the
license.
higher ups. The
Gotta talk to
fucking mirror in
them.
the executive bathroom. That's the higher ups.
Oh, man, when he said that in the video, I was like, Jesus, man, come on.
Oh man. That's it. Well, I mean, maybe he couldn't talk about this because a lot of these green weapons are patent pending. You gotta consult the fucking checklist. Oh,
he doesn't have the checklist done for this figure. So.
that's so great.
The smallest person in the office hasn't approved.
Oh man. Here we go. Here he is with his wacky throne.
Yeah, that's a weird ass throne. I know it's accurate because they've done thrones before and it looks like this, but it's fucking weird.
Wild and wacky. And which spawn is this? Is this like the Kickstarter spawn or is this the Mortal Kombat one?
I don't think it's either because
okay,
I have the Mortal Kombat one, and it's super textured, and this is like really flat. Somebody on Facebook was saying no, it's the same thing. It's just without texture. I was like, man, that's not how figures work. But okay, yeah, this is a new sculpt in my eyes. I don't know. It's definitely not the Mortal Kombat one because that one has so much texture and this is super flat.
Ooh, that looks rough.
Yeah, this is crazy.
What the hell is this? That's overkill, huh?
Looks terrible.
That's nuts. And that haunt.
Shout out to Brandy for the fucking haunt figure.
She's gonna love this one. It has all the articulation you could want. There he is, not Venom.
Yeah, I know. Every time that she would talk to me about Haunt, I was like, "Are you showing me like key art for Anti-Venom? Like before they finalize the design or some shit? It just looks like Anti-Venom."
Look at a lot like Venom, just with a human underjaw, like a human bottom jaw. It's very. Oh.
Oh hell yeah! Winter Showcase. Skeezin's greetings from Todd.
It says it's me, you, and the kids, and it says Skeezin's greetings.
Oh man! All right, cool. That's I guess that does it. That's it, huh? I mean, I really can't.
Did we miss anything? I don't think we missed anything.
You guys want to talk just media and whatnot, and then get out of here?
Yeah. Was there anything this week? There was no shows anymore, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, everything's pretty much done. So there really,
oh my god, yeah,
really is no media.
Next week is gonna be good. It's gonna be Batman. So.
Oh yeah, Batman is next week.
Oh fucking. Yeah, let's all go watch Batman.
Yeah, all of the COVID restrictions are slowly going away as well too. So I guess we'll be back.
It's not even real here, Boog. So.
Basically. I guess we'll be.
It never existed.
I'm a paid actor. I'm a crisis actor.
Basically, we'll be back in the theaters, and everything should be hopefully going back to normal right before World 3, and we are decimated by nuclear explosion.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
So this is it. Yeah, we getting out of here. I was actually dozing off.
I will say one thing. I did see. I watched that WWE animated movie Rumble. Isn't that what it's called? Isn't it? Rumble, Rick?
This is news to me. Movie? Yeah, this is news to me. What?
Okay, hold on. So there's this animated movie that came out. It was from WWE, and it's called Rumble. It's like it's
Oh,
is it called Rumble? Fuck no. What am I? I don't know what I'm looking at now. It's like yeah, it is called Rumble. Hold on, I'll screen share.
Rumble.
it's on Paramount Plus.
Yes. So
What are you talking about? All right, let's see.
What?
hold
This
one
is on what platform?
Paramount Plus.
Which is where? What?
That's like Nickelodeon thing.
Ooh. Okay.
There it is.
There you go. Can you still see it or no?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, it's like it's just this weird little CGI movie where people don't wrestle in this world. It's like it's just monsters they wrestle. And I don't know. I thought it was cute. I saw it being advertised on Paramount Plus for like forever. And I was like, in between fever dreams, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll watch this. Why not? And yeah, it was harmless enough. It's just very classic, like kids movie, like underdog story or whatever. And that's that. The coolest thing about this movie was like all the monster designs. They're really interesting monster designs for this movie. This is just actually guys in the WWE. I don't know why I'm showing that.
I was about to say, you know what the Fever Dream? Oh no, wait, you're right. It's produced by. I was about to say maybe the Fever Dream was that WWE is involved at all, but it does say WWE Studios.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like at first I wasn't sure like how deep they would go in, because I thought it was just like a DreamWorks or something like that, but the credits started rolling and it was the animation studio I'd never ever heard of. And I was like, all right, okay, yeah, I guess this is WWE for sure.
Yeah, dude, you're right. This is totally WWE. What the that's insane.
But the monster designs are actually really cool. There's just I don't know why it's so impossibly hard to find images of the rest of these monsters, but they're all pretty cool. It's just a cute little movie. If you guys have like little brothers, little sisters, or whatever into wrestling, or if you have kids that are into wrestling, just throw it on. It is what it is. It's interesting. It's an interesting little movie.
Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch are in it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like WWE like talent just doing like voices. The main character is Will Arnett is the main character. Pretty interesting. Is just like this little chunky little dude right here that's played by Will Arnett, and then this guy is like the main bad guy, and he's voiced by Terry Crews.
Oh no!
And it's so funny because like you can kind of tell like when they just make the bad guy just make him do and say fucked up shit just because he's the bad guy. It's just so funny because like at the very beginning of the movie, like you're kind of like rooting for this dude, and then he just becomes an asshole for no reason. It's pretty funny. I'm like, all right, times, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's literally all I saw this weekend. This week. That's it. So if that tells you how exciting the wild and wacky world of COVID-19 is, this is exactly it's what I did.
Yeah,
I was having enough wild dreams and shit that you didn't really need to watch anything.
True, dude. Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about it last week too, but like something that people don't talk about is like the level of fever dreams you have like during this whole thing.
I could imagine.
This morning, like I didn't want to get up and go to work because in my dream, like our comforter that me and my wife sleep under, like I don't know, like some like goose down started coming out of it in my dream, and I'm like, fuck, I can't go to work like this. Like it makes no fucking sense. Like, but like, because sometimes Becca will have to go to work like super early, and I'll just catch a ride with her like in the morning, like super early in the morning with her. I'm talking like 5:30, and I'll catch a ride with her so I can get off super early too. Whereas usually I get off at like 5 or 6. If I decide to go in super early, then like I'll get off like 3 or 4 hours early too. But this morning, because I had that dream of our comforter not having enough goose down in it, I was like, Becky, you got to go on without me. I can't go to work like this. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I can't go. Sorry. So fucking weird.
You know what's crazy was that, and it still happens to me now. Like when I had COVID, man, my problem was that I just had horrible memory.
Oof.
Like all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, my favorite anime. The main character's his name is.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
It's my favorite show. It's my favorite show. What's his name? That's what would happen to me a lot.
Well, they said that is a symptom, like brain fog and shit. So
yeah, man,
that is definitely it. Some like I used to when I was very little, I would have like these crazy like anxiety nightmares to where like it's like I'm doing something like very mundane, like I'm carrying like a stack of like paper or whatever, but in my dream the stack gets like higher and higher and higher, and then I drop it all. And like the level of anxiety that I'm experiencing, like in my dream, I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to pick up all this paper or anything like that. Like this is an impossible task. Like I'll never be able to finish this. It's too much. And like I've started having those nightmares like again. And like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like I'll stay up because I know if I go back to sleep, like the dream will just continue. I've had like the same continuing dream for like the last 2.5 weeks. It's crazy.
Dude, I hate to burst your fucking bubble, man. But that's like, it's not been reported, but I swear to God, that's another side effect of fucking COVID. Because when I have bad dreams all the time, and my problem is that when I'll have a bad dream now, I know, just like you said, if I go back to sleep, it's gonna be another bad dream.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man. Yeah, this virus sucks.
Yeah, that's a terrible feeling to have a nightmare, and it's so jarring that you don't even want to sleep anymore. Like, yeah, that's wild.
I don't even want to go back to bed. Like on the off chance that I pick up where I left off in that dream.
Yeah,
man, COVID is fucking shit, man. Highly do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, I guess we're gonna get up out of here. Thanks to everybody for donating. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. Thanks to Fabio for checking in, even though he's on his Aspen vacation with champagne and bikinis. I don't know what's going on over there, but
he's looking for the woman he gave a ride in a taxi, named Mary Swanson.
Oh, yo, big shout out to Dan Who. He hooked me up with the Walgreens / I guess EB Games exclusive Baron Zemo. I got it today, and he sent me a nice little printed note with a picture of his little avatar, and it says, "Boog, wow, enjoy Zemo. Hope he arrived quickly and safely. Happy I could help. Big fan of you and all you do for this action for your community. Keep doing you. And if you need help with any of these non-US exclusive, then hit me up." And then it says, "Peace."
Hell yeah.
Low tone.
Loto.
What an absolute legend. Some would say
shout
a
out to
Marvel
Dan,
legend.
man. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy to get this figure because it was probably going to be pretty impossible for me to find in the wild here. And yeah, I think I want to review this guy. He looks really good. So yeah, man. Thanks everybody. That right there is what community is about. Find a friend in another country and help him out, and he will help you out, and it's a nice reciprocal relationship. So all right. So all love. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Thank you to P too for stepping up, even though he is having all types of lucid dreams and nightmares and sweats and all types of shit. But I'm glad you're good, man. I'm glad you're over the hurdle or the hump, I guess. You're over the worst part at least now. So
yes, thankfully.
yeah. All right. So we get up out of here. Thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. And until next time, peace.